material we'll talk about it is actually impression. Impression, so it cleans in between the grill rays, heat resistant, and you throw your dishwasher. So how do you clean your dishwasher? Snaps back on. Douse it again. It's also great for grills. Turn it over backside to take all that shit. It's already clean. So only about it. Online.com and
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? I got up early, got a ship done, got it posted, and took a shower, and am getting ready now to go to the hospital and the doctor's office, and that kind of baloney. But it is what it is. Good morning, Brenda, Frank, Giggles, Mark. How you doing? I don't think Mark's been here yet, but expect him shortly. And who knows, maybe Dominic will join us. We're hoping, keep our fingers crossed. Okay. Uh,
you know how insurance commercials seem like they're your best friend, always looking out for you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
They might act very protective. You need. You need.
Hey, Joel, what's going on with you today? Anything interesting or same old stuff, Frank and Jody are here. It's kind of a chilly morning, which is fine with me. 64 degrees. Nothing on the lakes or on the river, so that's a positive thing. As far as, me shooting it. What's you doing, Boner? What's my Boone doing? My Boone boy. He my Boone boy, isn't he? Yeah.
From LA, it's returned to the airport. Everyone on board to make it off the plane safely. The FAA says it is investigating the cause of that fire. And on a separate Delta flight, one pilot being hailed a hero this morning after he avoids a
I'm going to show you a picture of my Boone boy, what he's doing. That's his favorite spot in the world right there. Just outside the door at the steps, surveying the property. That's what my boy's doing.
This morning, prosecutors are expected to present forthcoming diving into Craig's search history of an alleged cyanide purchase. Craig faces a number of charges in addition to first degree murder. If convicted, he could face life behind bars without parole. A wildfire in Oregon has now brought 95,000 acres. Blaze is only 49% contained. The Grand Fire destroyed multiple homes and prompted evacuation. It's already the country's wildfire in 2025, and there is 100,000 affected to mega fire status. And the results are in a new report of failing America's best gas stations for food. Fletcher with a K is the one of family owned and convenience store founded in 1965 has over 850 stores across the nation. Rounding out the top 10 are chains like Fletcher with a Q, Wawa, Royal Farms, and Hey, in those years headlines, Lauren, Bucky on the list. I know, and she's also reading the top 5.
David's here. Hello, David.
Hey, where's Justin at?
Don't know. He was supposed to be here early, but you know how that
Yeah.
goes.
We'll dock him a week's wage.
Well, at least I know I'm kind of covered. Because you're gonna keep everybody in line, right?
Yes. 2 feet on the white line at all times.
That's it. And always stand at attention. And salute when you address David.
TVA, get on the panel.
Oh, it's just
Morning,
Paul.
Skyfight. Laura, get on the panel.
I've got nobody to say shut up to.
TJ's in the chat.
DJ's here, yeah.
He's not on the panel. I can't tell him to shut up.
Well, don't time to shut up, time to sit on the panel. Ring Justin and tell him he's a bit. You get out. Looks nice out there, Paul.
Boone is surveying the backyard. He's on guard. He's my boy. Sometimes he's more than my boy. He's a wild man, but he's a good boy. How you doing with your bird that's giving you a hard time, David?
Mixed bag.
Okay.
He,
Was that Bluey or who? Which one was that?
Well, the conures are fine. They're just causing mayhem, as they do. But we've got a zebra finch that's not going to make it much longer, but
Okay.
he's struggling a bit. He's on palliative care.
Do you have to personally feed him or what?
No, he can feed himself, but he can't get up the cage, so he comes down to the bottom in the morning, and then we have to move him around if he wants to move.
Okay. Is he older?
About 10 years old.
Okay. That's pretty.
Is he eating or panting?
That's not old for birds, but that, obviously he's got some kind of an issue.
Yeah. Oh, it's old for a zebra finch.
Oh, really? Because I know parrots last to be like 60, 70 years old, don't they?
Yeah, a zebra finch is only about 3-4 inches tall.
It's the little guy.
Just a little dude.
Now, do the other birds just kind of ignore him or what?
Yeah, they don't really bother him.
Here
Is
comes TJ.
Right, we'll just get TJ.
Shut up, TJ.
I was just about to say, we'll get TJ giggling for half an hour until Paul gets back.
Well, it's going to be more than half an hour. First place I got to be there. That's the other side of town. I have to be there for a 10 o'clock appointment. Then after that, across the street at the hospital, I have an 11 o'clock appointment.
Yeah, I hate it when they give you double appointment.
Double up. Yep, exactly.
Wow. Nothing at all.
Well, and the second one at the hospital is when they're going to scan me and everything else. And,
Why stood there?
that's of course, take your clothes off, get in the strapless back thing and get up on the machine. TJ kind of likes that when they strip him down.
Dude, it gets cold in those hospitals, man. It's like, holy shit, can I put my clothes back on now? I'm fucking freezing.
So how have you been doing, David? Any more issues?
Kinda. The issue with my leg has got really bad.
So you got to go to the hospital or what?
No, they keep bobbing me off. Use these creams, it will get rid of it. No, it won't. I could just put that there and my leg will just burst out with blood.
What's wrong? What's wrong with your leg?
It's what?
5 years, we've been connecting the thinking person.
It's what?
First on the Great Rivers, then on all 5 oceans, now on all 7 continents. We are one bike.
What's happening?
Exploring the world.
Everybody just
We
freeze.
can hear your TV, TJ.
Oh, can you hear it now?
No.
No, okay. So what was wrong? What's wrong with David's leg now?
He's got
I think-
several issues, I think.
Oh.
Well, he also has the seizure, so we don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
We don't know whether that caused an issue and David's gone.
So I think something happened with his audio. Johnny, what's up?
Hey, Johnny, good morning. Gonna
Nothing
go
like a
fly
good cup-
later, huh? All right.
Nothing like a good cup of coffee in the morning.
Well, what do you enjoy more, the cup of coffee or the huge bowl of cereal?
Both. Is Joe going with you, Johnny, or just by yourself, or what?
I thought maybe Joe would be meeting up with some of the mothers
Oh,
of
the
the
moms,
students.
yeah.
he's got a mom groupie, you know?
A mom group.
How's everybody else doing? Good, I hope.
Message David, see what happened.
We just don't.
Uh,
So that's what freestyle wrestling cornerstone of
Today was trash day here. And I
oh
had
yeah, I think
trash
it's
out.
yeah, I think it's trash day here as well.
Everybody's got everything out. A guy across the street did what my tenant did. He's got his mattress and box springs in the plastic. You gotta have them in a plastic bag,
No.
and they're laying out in front of the house.
you know, this is on them. And it speaks for itself. That's, I think, the key thing, the key element about Real American Freestyle is that it is real. Lance, prediction. Prediction for the match. I'm going out there getting the win.
I hate waking up with eye boogers.
Oh yeah, you know, and they turn crusty after a while.
Yeah. And then you can't open your eyes. It's like, what's up, Mark? I'm gonna refill my cup.
Mark's coming in. Hello, Mark. How you doing?
Hi, Paul. Not too bad, thank you. TJ.
Mark, what up? What are you doing?
Attention of the White House, as you said this morning, DHS Secretary Christie visited the off-duty CBP agent who is now recovering in the hospital, and in a matter of moments, we expect her to give an update here. Investigators say right now they don't believe the off-duty agent was targeted for his job. The White House leaders are sounding off about the suspect who was here in the country with a lengthy road.
How's the weather on your end?
Chilly. It's 64 degrees here. What's it where you are?
Is it cold or hot or warm or what?
Who are you talking to, Mark?
Yeah.
It's 65, 74% humidity
No, that's not too bad, I guess.
with 4 mile an hour. 4 mile an hour winds gusting to 12. The sun's not out, but it's fairly bright.
Oh, there you go. David was here, but he dropped out. He must have had technical difficulties or something.
Don't know. But it's as warm as it's going to get today.
Either technical difficulties or he had to do something for the future wifey.
Yeah.
Laura probably pulled his chain
Probably.
because Laura also pulls Justin's chain too. You know?
Yeah. So,
She keeps her men on the end of a chain, you know.
I guess.
We should call the men in her life the members of the chain gang.
The members of the chain gang.
Working on the chain gang.
That's funny.
Yep.
That's a who's that? Men at Work or something?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Who was it, Mark?
the chain gang.
But what was the name of the group that? Was that what was the name of the group? Was that the name of the group, or were they called something else?
No, the song was called "Working on the Chain Gang," and I don't know, wasn't it somewhat like Otis Redding or?
I don't know. You got better memory than I do.
Wasn't it called? Like they were like working in a coal mine, going downtown, working in the coal mine, woo, about to slip down. Isn't that what it was? I think so. I think that's what it was.
Well, I think it might be two different songs because working on a chain gang is talking about a
Oh
prisoner.
yeah, you could be right, Paul. It could be two different songs.
It's the sound of the men working on the chain gang.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
But I think it might be the same song. I don't know.
There's only one way to find out.
Yep. Wait until Don comes on.
Yeah. Or just Google it yourself and see what it is.
Yeah.
So what time's your appointment, Paul? What time you gotta leave?
I got to leave in about 30 minutes. It's the other end of town, and there's all kinds of construction and shit. Normally, it's a 10 or 15-minute drive, but you don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, I've never been to this doctor. This is a specialist I got recommended to by my doctor. So I have to go and find him, you know?
JD said it was Sam Cook that
Sam
did
Cook?
this. Yeah.
That was Cook. Yeah.
So your appointment's at 10
o'clock.
10 o'clock?
You know, since I've never been there before, I like to get there maybe early in case I have to call him and say, "Where the hell are you?"
Yeah. I've been driving around for hours. Where the hell are you guys?
Yeah. Well, they always say to me, well, if you get here and you get lost, call us, you know?
Yeah. Well, can't you you can Google the address or whatever?
Yeah, but all it does is it gives you a goofy map with little squares on it, you know?
It doesn't give you like a line with an arrow going.
No.
Well, if you go on Google Maps and put in the address and then put directions, it'll give you the route.
Yeah, 'cause that's what I do. Like when if I don't know where I'm going, like I'll just Google the address and it'll tell me the directions on how to get there.
Mm.
Since April, despite being charged hiding a woman's body and abusing it for nearly 2 months. That is thanks to Illinois' Safety Act. Today, though, thanks to not everybody knows how to do a something that I'm this case.
Jonathan, what up?
Morning, Jonathan.
Okay, TJ, here's what I get when I Google it.
Let's see. But you can go in there, hit directions, and it'll show you how to get. Just hit directions, get directions here, or from here, or whatever, or to here, get directions to here, and it should give you like a little.
I clicked it, and that's what I got. Nothing.
Okay, so put in.
All it did was.
Okay, hit directions. Yeah, from here.
Yeah, from here, I think. To here would be directions to where
And
you're
then,
at.
oh wait, no, it's because see at the top mark how it says, because that he wants to go from his house to that place, so it has to be the top one has to be at the bottom, or unless the top one's the top one has to be on the bottom, so it's from your house to the place.
Yeah.
It has to be the other way around.
Otherwise, you could.
And then the top one has to be your address. But I don't know. Like it has to.
Are you doing it on a phone or on the computer, Paul?
Computer.
Erase those last numbers there.
Because if you did it on your phone, at least you'd have that map with you when you went. It's tricky taking the computer with you.
Okay, and then.
There it is. But see what it's not telling you is right here. They've got the roads closed.
Where does it say road closed?
Well, I just know it is. It's construction. They're tearing up the bridge entrance.
Oh, so you have to do an alternate route, I guess. I think the map gives you an option to where you can do alternate routes.
Well, what I'll do is I'll just come down Stone Street, cross over, and then come back over. You know, because what this is doing is this is Pine Grove, and the bridge entrance is right up here. And they got this all torn up right in this area down here.
Oh.
So I just go down Stone Street.
Well, if the construction's on the right hand side, you could just shoot down the
Oh,
route.
no,
that
they're
it's
tearing up everything. They're putting in new plazas and everything.
down. Oh,
And they got those little goofy markers out everywhere, and
Or the one that say diversion.
yeah. Oh well, thanks for the help, but it didn't make a big difference.
yeah. Like JD was saying, you have to put your address in the from box,
Yeah.
like I was telling you.
Yep, and I did that, and it showed it under normal circumstances. It showed it, but the Google hasn't been updated. Which lots of times, if you ever go to Google and you do like a camera shot from the road that they give you, that's
Yeah.
about 6, 8, 10 months old. You know, it isn't recent.
Yeah, Street View. That is.
Yep.
But normally the Google Maps is fairly accurate.
I haven't found that to be true
Wait, what?
out here in the sticks north of Detroit. But anyway,
What's Warren doing?
so I have to leave here in about 15 minutes or so, and weasel my way down there, TJ. You know how to
Yeah.
weasel, right?
Yeah, weasel. Yeah.
Well, the thing of it is I can't say I can't do the skinny because I'm not. You know, it's like
yeah. That's funny. Here comes Jonathan.
Jonathan. Welcome, Jonathan. Yeah.
What's
it's,
happening?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't know where Justin is because he promised to be here this morning, but
Yes.
He's probably still looking at the back of
Justin's
his.
gonna be running the show for you today, huh?
yeah,
He's probably still looking in the back of his eyelids.
that could be.
He'll pop up in a minute.
DJ, you got to work today?
Yeah, but I don't go until 4, so.
Oh wow! So you're a man of leisure today. How
Yeah.
many naps can you get in?
Well, I took one. I just kind of like just zoned out and just laid there for a little bit like this. I might do another one later on.
TJ the napper. You know, maybe you ought to open a little daycare for babies, and you could have them napping all the time. You know?
Yeah. Come on in and take a nap.
Yeah.
You took the dog for a walk yet?
No, not yet. I'll go probably let him out here in a little bit. Let him go pee pee and poo poo.
Pee pees and poo poos.
Oh, there he is. He changed his. I was trying to send him a message on Messenger. He changed his logo. That's why I couldn't find him.
Who are you looking for?
Justin. He changed
his logo again.
Yeah.
He's always changing something.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
What was that?
Oh, that was me. That was me before Paul did it.
Jonathan is just beeping in. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
Look, TJ, I bought one of those jerseys, right?
Which one?
Remember the one I showed you? Remember the one I showed you? The one I showed you not too long ago. But I bought a different print. I bought the New York Yankees print, and I ordered the hat to go with it.
There you go.
I don't really like it though. I'll probably never wear it again. Probably just put it
There
on.
you go. Wear it a one-time deal and then hang it back up in the closet and never wear it again.
Yeah, because I don't really like it. See, they had a bunch of them with a bunch of different patterns, so I ordered one just to see what it looked like first.
Yeah.
And I was gonna order a bunch more, but once I got a hold of it and looked at it, I'm like, I don't like how this made.
Did they have options of like colors and shit like that?
Oh no, but they have different options of like different patterns. They had the one I showed you. They got the Wakanda one. They got just about everybody.
Yeah.
And the hat, oh my God, the hat is bullshit.
What's the hat?
How come you, if you didn't like it, how come you ordered it then?
Well, I mean, when you ordering stuff, right? Especially if it's something new, you don't know. I mean, you know what you see, but you can see whatever they put up there. You don't know the
Right.
quality. You don't know the quality of it and all that until you actually get it in hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when it comes to sites
Send it.
like that, yeah, when it comes to sites like that, I just order one or something just to see what the quality and stuff is, right? And
Yeah.
if it ain't shit, then I know not the best with that company.
Well, send it back to them and get your money back.
Nah, I don't do all that, man. I mean, that takes up too much time, and then I get aggravated when they take too long.
Oh.
Mm.
Or you can give it to me and I can bring it to Goodwill for you.
Goodwill.
Yeah.
You know, knowing me, right? I probably
Yeah.
see some female. I probably see some female one day and be like, "Hey, I got something nice to look good on you," and give it to her, and she'll
Oh,
give
there
me a
you
number.
go.
And she'll give me a number, and get what? We won't never talk.
That's an option too.
What was the hat? Was it a baseball cap or was it a bobble hat?
Baseball cap.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
at least keep the hat?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep the hat. I got so many hats that don't even make no damn sense.
Yeah.
I don't
think one can ever have too many hats or too many shirts or whatever. Because I do have a lot of hats myself. So
I know I got too many hats.
I got a Yankees hat. It's a black and white bobble hat, woolen one.
Every year I find hats that I forgot about. Like, where this come from?
Yeah, the one that you see me wearing when I'm out here and it's cold.
Well, those. I mean, you might like them, but I'm real peculiar about my clothes, man.
yeah.
So
I kind of hate going clothes shopping. It's like, oh, what do I want to buy? Like, what do I like?
Plus, do what I do.
It's hard to find your size sometimes when it comes to clothes. Like, what the fuck?
Listen, do what you do, TJ. Put you about $300 in your pocket. Go to the mall. You ain't looking for nothing. You ain't looking for nothing. But when you go through them stores, go through the store that you normally shop in, you're gonna see something that you like, and that's where you check it out, try it on if you can, and then grab it. Ordering online is always like a hit and miss thing.
Yeah.
Cause you can't see what you're getting until after you done already paid for it and wait for it to be shipped to you.
Yeah, it's like, man, this shit doesn't fit me at all, or I don't like the way this feels on me.
Right. You don't like the way it feels. You don't like the material. It don't sit right. They didn't make it right.
Yeah, my mom bought me these pants for work and stuff like that, and I tried them on. They fit, but I just didn't like the way they feel. It's like a silk material, and I was like, man, I don't really like the way these feel, really.
Mm-hmm. Like for work pants and stuff like that, I order that from Timberland.
Warren said he's got hats much older than me.
Oh, damn.
and then he's asking you, like, what the hell is a mall?
Yeah, after 9/11, boy, people don't really go in those no more.
Like, you'll go there and you'll see a lot of people, and they're like, what the hell are y'all doing here?
Well, see, when I was let's say teenager in the 20s, the mall was the place to be. That's where younger generation hung out, and they had movie theaters and all that. There was no
that's where you
blockbusters
get
and none of
together with
that.
your friends when you're younger, but
Right,
as you get older,
right. Go there, meet up with your friends, y'all eat, chill. Arcades before they had game consoles, all malls had arcades, so that's where you'd find me in the mall.
Yeah.
I'd be in the arcade or the roller quarters.
Playing all the games, eating all the pizza and shit like that.
Mhm. Well, I'd always leave with half of the roller quarter because I was a serious gamer. I'm talking about I might be playing a game and break a high score, and by the time I finish the game, turn around, there's like 8, 9 people that been standing there watching me.
Dude, my favorite of all time is Galaga. Like, I would see the machine, I'd play it. Dude, I get so frustrated. Like, I'll be like jamming, like getting all wild on the controller, moving the ship because the little aliens are shooting the shit at you and whatever. You're trying to like miss it, and then the one bug, it captures one of your ships, and then you try to fucking shoot the thing, and you end up shooting the ship instead of the bug. Like, oh fuck.
I remember that game.
Oh my god, dude, you'd be like going crazy on that joystick, man. You'd be shaking the whole fucking machine.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I kind of felt like that was a workout.
Yeah, I was an
What kind of an
arcade.
alien game are you playing where they're shooting shit at you?
Galaga, which was
Galaga.
Galaga, the next version of Galaxian, the upgraded version of Galaxian.
And then they got the challenging stage where they all come at one time and you're just like,
yeah. I used to be an arcade junkie, man.
yeah. I always like everyone, like I haven't been to one in a long time, but they got this museum. It's called the Pinball Museum. And man, they got all kinds of pinball games and shit you could play there. Dude, that place is awesome. I haven't been in such a long time.
If you play a pinball machine like you play Galaga, you're gonna tilt the machine. The ball just
I know, man, it'd be like a domino effect going on over there. Like, what the hell? Sorry. I got frustrated with the ball coming down.
I've been on the video games pinball machine. And then they came out with Atari.
Oh yeah.
And then it came out with Nintendo. Then it came out with PlayStation, Xbox.
Yeah, that pinball museum is pretty cool because you walk in and I think they got like 2 or 3 fun mirrors in there, so you're like looking in yourself in the mirror, like how you're all like weird and everything, and then like you walk in and then you playing the pinball games, and they got skeet ball in there. I think there's a shuffleboard machine, and a couple others, but yeah, the majority is like pinball, which is pretty cool.
Can you see that?
You could play you play for free. You just pay and you play as much pinball as you want.
Oh, they got an entry fee.
Yeah.
What is it?
They have a little bar where they got a little bar where you can get food and drinks and stuff.
Can you see that picture?
No.
Have I not done it right?
Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, I'm sharing it. Sharing the screen.
No, he's still looking at us.
Let's have a look.
But you got a pinball machine?
No, I bought a new thing for the cat.
Yeah.
Oh.
That.
Oh, a little cat tree. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, it's not a little cat tree. It's about 5 foot tall.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I used to have one of those. My cat's tore it up.
Yeah, those things only last like so long, and then they start to get raggedy and.
Oh, this thing's pretty.
The cloth starts coming off because they're clawing at it or whatever.
Well, you only got one cat, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
One that thinks it's yours.
Exactly. See, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
This little black cat just popped up in my backyard one day.
Uh, yeah, I probably was, John. I probably was.
And I finally figured out where it came from, the old lady that lives at the top of the hill, but I guess the cat decided he moving. Cause
Yeah.
she
All right,
come
here's-
around the house, eat, relax, sleep.
Let's see. Go
Well,
to the
my
website.
my cat's the same. It was a stray, and it was pregnant, and it was only about less than a year old. And the woman across the road from us, who's got about 6 cats and 2 dogs, took it in. Had it, well, it gave. They took it in to the shelter, and it gave birth. And I don't know what they did with the kittens,
Oh
if they
man.
survived, and had it spayed and chipped and done to. And then within 6 months of them getting it back, it decided there were way too many animals in that house, and it decided it wanted to live with me instead.
Mm-hmm.
She's been here ever since. She still
Yeah,
goes. She
I
still
made
goes.
that one vital mistake. I fed her.
Yeah. She still goes across the road to visit every now and again. But the girl across the road, she's married to a Texan. He's from Houston.
And moved all the way there for her. That's love right there.
Yeah. Well, I think he's retired now. He used to be a lecturer at the University of Houston.
Mm.
But they must be in the same age as me, sort of like 60s. And she's got COPD now and spends most of her time in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
Warren's talking about that they locally still have 2 malls, but much smaller than they were originally built.
Yeah, you're right though. People really don't hang out in the malls no more. Not like they used to anyway. I guess it was a
Yeah.
generation thing.
Yeah. When I
Yeah.
go to the mall, I'm there for like one thing. Like I'm going there and look for the store that I'm wanting to go to and get what I need and get the hell out.
Mm.
Yeah, they're kind of hard to do.
Yeah. Like, ooh, what's that? Let me go check this out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, John, have a good sleep.
Which
Have a
John?
good. I'm not eat.
JDS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe said he had something to do today too, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got a doctor's
Yeah.
appointment too.
Thought Joe was doing photos today.
No,
Something. I'm not sure what it was.
that was the other day.
I remember him saying he wanted to be here today.
Oh no, his photos are on at the end of the week, aren't they? I think.
Yep.
Dream good dreams, John. Dream good dreams.
I don't know what the hell my dreams are. If I do dream,
Yeah. I never remember mine.
I don't know whether I dream or not, but if I do, I don't remember any of them.
Yeah. Snore.
Kate has some weird dreams, tells me about them. I'm thinking, what the hell were you eating?
What the hell were you eating?
So that's about 14 days of
They always say that eating cheese before you go to bed make weird dreams.
No, that's crazy.
Mm.
pretty much everybody, millions. And the lesson
People like doing things the hard way, like doing their finances with this rich instead of being putting all your financial info together in one place and updates are automatic. How do you make that?
Oh, you thought you didn't? Hell no. There's a reason Chevy controls the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong.
I'm sitting there talking and my mic ain't even on. I seen your video yesterday, TJ.
Which
Hey
one?
guys, I'm
I
gonna
didn't- I
go.
didn't- All right.
You want me to make somebody the host, or what do you want? Or you just you guys okay as co-hosts?
Whichever one,
we're-
Paul.
I guess
You
we'll
have
be
to
all
make
right.
somebody the host so they can close it out unless you're gonna be back in time.
Yeah, who knows? Mark, are you gonna be here for a
I'll-
while?
Yeah, I'll be here.
TJ, you gonna be here for a while?
Yeah, I was just gonna run next door and let my neighbor's dog out to go pee right quick.
Mark, you're not going anywhere, are you?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, I'm going to make him a host just because you're going to be gone. In case anybody comes in, you got to let them in.
There you go.
Okay, Mark, you're the host.
All right, thanks.
Be safe, Paul.
Pretty much you are, right?
Let us know what the outcome is. Let us know how your visit went.
Yeah.
Well, he's going for a scan, isn't he? So he won't get the results for a few days.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, there's always the follow-up appointment. You know?
Yeah, you don't get your your results on the same day.
Boone got his food and water.
Yeah,
The what?
Boone's got his feed and water, and he's got the back door is open so he can come and go. And
No, Paul. Don't leave your door open. What are you doing?
well, it's to the backyard. It's usually open. Okay, guys.
All right, Paul. See you later.
Want me to turn my camera off?
Oh no, you know we love looking at your empty chair, man. Don't do that.
Huh?
Your empty chair is a monument. It's a monument to the show.
Yeah, leave the cam on.
Keep telling you, put that face on the back of your chair again, spin it around when you ain't there.
Wait, what video was you talking about? I haven't posted anything like
the meetup. The meetup. Remember they was explaining to you. Yeah, it finally came through. It came through yesterday.
Oh, I gotta go back and look at that.
Yeah,
because I remember.
Whatever they told you. Whatever they told you to unlock.
I was telling y'all that I did a live at the meetup and it didn't get posted. And then when y'all was telling me how to fix it, I went back and fixed it.
Yeah, I want to say Justin. Yeah, Justin told you how to fix it. As soon as you did, it popped up on the
on the
notifications.
Go back and look at that. That's interesting.
Man, that's awfully windy down there. Was y'all flying drones and all that wind?
Yeah, everybody was flying drones in that wind. Because you know, like how when you're on the beach and stuff, it's wide open, so there's wind blowing all over the place.
Yeah.
So.
I heard that's all you can get, all that wind. I'm like, I wonder if anybody's flying.
There's a guy that lives near us put a video on the other day, flying around our town centre.
Downtown, you know where you at?
Yeah, he was flying about 300-400
Yeah, I'll be
yards.
right back, y'all. I'm gonna go check on my neighbor's dog. I'll be right back.
All right, TJ. What'd you say, Mark?
Yeah, he was flying about 300 or 400 yards away from my house.
Downtown. I never. I never tried to fly downtown. I figured too many buildings, too many people. You know, they got the flying over people rule thing.
Yeah, well, if we're flying sub 250 gram, we can fly over people. In fact, we
Right,
can
yeah.
fly with zero separation to people.
I don't do the flying over people thing. But I don't use prop guards. I don't be crashing like that to use prop guards. So I don't use prop guards.
Mm.
So I'm making my business not to fly over people.
Yeah, the only thing I ever got prop guards on were the Neo and the Tello.
I think Neo Kane was built on prop guards, right?
Yeah, it's got built-in prop guards. The Tello came with prop guards that you could attach to it, but I bought one of them cages that makes the Tello look like the Hover X.
Okay.
Big cage that goes around it.
I want to say the flip come built on prop guards too. Has anybody bought the flip?
Well, Paul
I
did,
ain't.
but he
Paul
sold it.
did.
Paul bought
Who he
it in
sell
a
it?
while, but he sold it again.
Who he sell it to?
He sold it to somebody local to him.
Oh, so there ain't nobody we can ask like
No, nobody.
how it
Nobody.
runs.
No. Yeah. Nobody we know.
I think it's ugly. That's why I didn't buy it.
I think Marcus has got one.
Marcus Brown, Marcus Crawford. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, he might have one. I like watching Marcus' videos in the fall. The area he flies in, man, there's so many beautiful colors in them trees. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And that Snake River Canyon, that's a nice place.
Man, listen, I'd love to fly there.
Mm. And then he does that reservoir, doesn't he?
I haven't seen the reservoir, but I've seen videos from him from the canyon, and then in the fall there's this park that he goes through.
Next to a golf course, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's gorgeous. Especially in the fall time, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, but he goes up to a reservoir that's up in the hills and flies that. That's quite a nice place.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually got a written permission from the odd, what's it? The
FAA.
You
need permission to fly where? For the canyon?
No, for the reservoir, because it has a dam and it's to do with the Corps of Engineers. You have to get a permission to fly on their stuff.
You need permission to fly near a dam?
Yeah.
I'm glad you told me that, because somebody was just telling me about a dam yesterday. Matter of fact, I told them I want to go out there. Let's go out there. But I didn't know you needed permission to fly by a dam. So I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah, because they're maintained by the Royal Corps, the Army Corps of Engineers. So you just need to get their permission.
Need to get their permission or permission from the FAA?
I don't know about the FAA, just the Corps of Engineers, because they're classed as infrastructure, aren't they?
I don't know, actually, because I've like I said, I've never went to an area like that, so I actually don't know. But I mean, it would make sense that it would be infrastructure. I meant to check that out. thing about them pro controllers though, if it's airspace that you aren't supposed to fly in or need permission to fly in, it'll tell you time you turn it on. It lets you know.
Yeah. It does look like a nice controller, that, but how solid is that hinge that it uses?
What's that? Which controller?
The Pro 2.
Oh, you talking about the
Yeah,
hinge that the screen sits on?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, they built it real. It's real firm and sturdy. I don't see this like falling off, breaking off, or nothing,
Mm-hmm. Good.
or even snapping. Like, yeah. If you used to drop this by accident while it was open, I don't see it breaking off.
Uh-huh. Has the hinge got a tightening screw on it in case it starts to come loose over time?
No, I don't see that, actually. I know what you're talking about, too.
Mm.
No, actually, yeah. There's 3 Allen wrench screws. Oh, very, very, very small Allen wrench, too.
Mm.
New York City, but also in this country, as a result of sanctuary city policies and the policies of the Biden administration.
Yeah, all that hype about the drone, they should be making that hype about this controller.
Yeah. What the sticks like on that? Because the sticks come up when you open the screen, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, the sticks rotate up when you come up the screen, and then from my understanding, you can I heard a few people say you can take the sticks from the new RC and put it on here because these sticks are like tall.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah, these sticks are tall.
Mm.
But I mean, I've gotten accustomed to the sticks that's already on there. So.
And do the sticks stay fairly solid? They don't move around.
Nah.
You know.
Nah, they're not jiggly. When
they come up into place, the gimbals don't move. They set quite solid.
Nah, they're straight. They're good. So they built this thing right.
Good.
They built this right. They built this just as good as they built the Mavic 4 Pro. In fact, I want to say the controller might even be more solid than the drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a piece of work right here. But my main thing, forget it, because when I first ordered the Mavic 4, I wasn't thinking about the RC Pro, the RC Pro 2. But then it dawned on me, shit, every drone except my Air 2S is OcuSync 4, so it would make sense for me to have this controller.
Yeah.
So that's why I turned around and just went in and ordered the controller.
So what else have you got then? Have you got the Air 3S? Have you got a Mini?
The Mini 4, the Air 3, the Air 3S, and the Mavic 4 Pro. So the controller will fly all 4 of those.
It will. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing my original RC Pro flies now is my Air 2S.
Yeah. Yeah, my original RC. Well, not the RC Pro, my original RC. That flies my Air 2S and my Mini 3 Pro. And I've got the RC2 on the Mini 4 Pro.
Okay.
And the Neo flies the Neo as well.
Right. This is 04, yeah.
Yeah.
I never took the the 3rd generation RC. I never even took that out of the box. It's still sitting in a box. Then the other one that I had, I gave it to little mama across the street.
Yeah.
For her Neo, Kamani, the Neo didn't come with a controller.
All right, yeah. So what do you give her, a RCN2 or an RCN3?
The RCN3, the 04 one.
Yeah. Did that come with your Air 3 or something?
That came with, what did that come with? That came, it came with no, I think it came with the Mini 4.
All right.
Yeah, that with the Mini 4. Because I already have two new RCs, the ones with the antenna, so it didn't make no sense to buy that package.
Yeah, I've got two RC2s. Because I knew I was going to get the Mini 4 Pro. And on Facebook, some guy was selling everything except the drone and one filter, which was on his drone when he lost it in a lake. So
Right.
he was everything else: charger, 2 batteries, the RC2, the filters without one of them. And it was cheap. The whole thing was cheaper than you could actually buy the RC2 for.
Oh, sweet.
And a hard case as well. So I got that. And then I managed to get a really good deal on a Fly More kit. So I ended up with 2 chargers, 5 batteries,
Nice.
and 2 RC2s.
I'm waiting for somebody with a waiting for somebody with a Mavic 4 Fly More to crash their drone so I can buy their batteries.
Yeah. Their batteries are not cheap.
No, 260 something.
Yeah.
I believe. For one, I was like, dang.
Yeah, I think they're about £219 here. Mm.
DJ, when you gonna get that screen controller, man?
Huh? Oh, I don't know. I gotta win the lottery first.
Mm.
No, just gotta
Well,
look at Facebook Market or
eBay.
eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause there's one thing guaranteed, man. I'm talking about every morning I get up, I look at Facebook, all I see, my first 3 notifications is somebody posting about how they didn't crash their drone.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So now, get what? Now they got the controllers and batteries for sale. Like that Mark just saying he caught 2 deals like that.
Mm.
I was on my buddy Jason's show last night, and he was flying his Avata too, and I guess he was, well, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but his drone got stuck in a tree, so
Yeah.
yeah,
There you
it's
go.
somewhere high in a tree somewhere.
Don't go climbing it, DJ.
Say what?
I said, don't go
climbing no tree.
Yeah, I know. Trees are dicks, man. Trees are dicks.
Leave that to the other Jason.
Yeah.
He likes climbing trees.
Sometimes it's hard to avoid them because you see a gap in there and you want to hit it, and then a branch just comes out of nowhere and it's like, fuck it, snag my drone. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm currently the Commissioner of the United States Customs and Border Protection, but as I told you, that I was also the Chief of the United States Border Patrol until 2021. I want to really start by thanking the medical personnel here in New York City, at the hospital, the EMS workers, and even the guys behind me, including who've shown tremendous support to our officer and to his family as well. We should not be here.
Wake up, TJ.
Dreaming.
It's all right. It's dry. Morning, Dre.
Morning, Dre.
Good morning.
How you doing, man?
Doing all right. Can't complain.
You working hard or hardly working?
Both.
Oh, there you go.
I work hard, so I hardly have to work.
Oh, there you go.
Now, what gets me, Jonathan, is that I hear all these people wishing they could go buy the Mavic 4 Pro, and those who have it talk about all the great features and technology in it. And like you said, why are people still crashing them?
Yeah.
Because some of them don't know how to fly. They get a drone, they're all excited,
Yeah.
they send it, like, damn it.
Well, that's my whole point, TJ, is that it's still up to the operator to know how to navigate the drone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The drone, like I said, everybody says, well, it's supposed to be the most advanced obstacle avoidance ever made. And the people are still crashing in the trees, still crashing in the power lines and whatever else. And I said, how did that happen? All that advanced technology.
You know,
No,
here's the thing for me. I don't use
wasn't.
obstacle avoidance. Obstacle avoidance gets shut off time my ignition, any drone I get. I don't use obstacle avoidance. I actually use myself to avoid these obstacles. Okay, I'm not gonna sit there and let some computer try to dictate what's going on where I'm flying. Because, like you say, computers get glitches, they get bugs.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like where I'm going with this is that, people first they want to complain about, well, the optical avoidance is supposed to. I said, no, you as the operator is supposed to know what your surroundings are, know what the potential hazards are at and everything else. And problem is these people are buying off the advertised technology and think it's supposed to save them. And say it's supposed to, cover them for their lack of situational awareness. It's like there's a big hubbub going on about this low flying helicopter out in the I think it's in the California and Nevada desert, where his helicopter was probably under 100 feet, and the guy was flying the drone out there. Yeah, it was low. The guy showed a video on I think it was on Facebook, and it's at the rocks. They got them stacked on top of each other, all different colors. Little tourist spot. Yeah. This guy had a drone out there, and this helicopter came in low, and swooped right below the drone. And that's why I always tell people, I said, helicopters don't have a floor level. Okay, helicopters can fly as low as they need to for whatever reason they want to. It's not like aircraft. An aircraft are usually capped at 500 feet unless they're landing and taking off. Helicopters don't have that. And I tell people all the times, I don't know why this helicopter pilot was flying that low, but the case is, like you're talking about different controllers. That's why I like the controllers I have, because it would tell me if this if it's broadcasting, it would tell me it's coming into my airspace and let me be situationally aware of what actions I may need to take. That's why I tell people all the time,
having an RC Pro too. The RC Pro
tells you get these smaller controllers and everything else to fly these drones, and it does not have the technology to at least give you advanced warning or enough advanced warning to let you be able to avoid situations like that. And I always tell people, I said, if something is flying below you, you have the option of flying above it. It is not against FAA rules that you cannot fly above a hazard or another aircraft if you need to avoid a near miss or avoid any type of incident.
In fact, it tells you that in the course. It tells you if something's coming, you have the option or the right to fly above it to get away from it.
Right. So I didn't see what the big hubbub was about. Initially, the guy was all bent out of shape, and the other folks jumped on him about, you should have landed. I said, well, based upon what the footage showed, which I don't understand how you could not hear this helicopter coming out in the middle of the desert. You don't have any ambient sounds of traffic and urban noise to drown out. I said, A helicopter flying out in the middle of the desert, you will hear probably up to about a half a mile away coming to your area. So you have time, unless you're not paying attention of what's going on in your airspace that you're flying in, that would, lead to this type of scenario. So I was like, I say on both sides, both the drone pilot and the helicopter pilot, poor situational awareness on both of them.
Well, it's like I was getting ready to say.
A low flying helicopter, you're not just gonna hear the sound. You're gonna feel the vibration. If it's flying that low, you're gonna feel the vibration of the air hitting the earth. Like you're gonna feel that.
Yeah.
So even if you ain't hear it, you know something coming.
Yeah. But like I tell people, 9 times out of 10, when you're out flying, your ears is going to be the first thing that's going to tell you something is coming.
Yeah.
And what direction it's coming from.
And you can see it on your screen too.
Like I say, apparently not all screens will have that, TJ, because I keep hearing people talking about. I said, well, I know all the controllers I use, which is at the enterprise level. I said, all of my screens tell me what is coming in my airspace up until at least almost a quarter to a half a mile away.
Yeah.
And they'll tell me approaching aircraft.
Yeah, that's what mine says too. Like when I'm out flying my Air 2S or whatever, like when I'm looking at the screen, it'll tell me like aircraft approaching or whatever, and I'm only I'm only a few feet off the ground, and it'll still tell me an aircraft is approaching. Like what? I'm not even high in the sky, and it's still telling me.
That's my whole point, TJ. I said I don't understand what these guys are doing. Are not having something engaged in their system. They're not able to, be aware of aircraft coming to the air. A helicopter flying that low may not be the issue because it was so low to the ground. Who knows?
Well, Andre, it could be the drone too. It might not have the ABS in it. Not all drones have ABS
and that's what I'm saying. And that's my point, Jonathan. That's why I say you can't rely upon all the sensors. Because, like I say, when the helicopter showed up, the last couple of videos I did a while back, I heard the helicopter. Then I looked on my screen to see where it was, make sure it was coming from where I thought it was. So, I use these little things right here on the side of my big head, and I say, hey, you need to be on your toes because you hear aircraft coming to your area.
Well, that's it. Not all light aircraft have to have that.
Well, they always say most of them supposed to, but a lot of them don't, especially private aircraft.
Yeah.
People, Cessna type size aircraft, a lot of them have not upgraded because, like I say, we're so lax on enforcing a lot of rules and regulations. And then they give people so many different years to say, oh, you have to comply by this date. So they're still out flying. They're not grounded until they get the system put in. They're still out there actively flying.
Yeah.
So that's part of the problem there. But I wanted to address Dan's question about I think the hobby's cooked. To tell you the truth, Dan, the hobby itself has been, I would say, been cooked since last year. So now everything that occurs now is just adding fuel to the fire. So all we're looking at now is to find out what the regulation is going to say. I try to reach out to was it Broadwell or Birdwell, whatever his name is. Try to let them know, and they all laughed me off. About, oh, that's just for camera drones. They ain't gonna affect FPVs. I said, look at you now. Look at you now.
Joshua,
when you can't buy parts, because they're gonna be almost close to not available and stuff. You're gonna really find out who's the real builders and who ain't. You're up there trying to wind copper wire around a motor to build one and stuff. This is something I was seeing coming. That's why I kept saying I was a big advocate about people, getting 107s. And then when the trust came out, I said, get this trust. It's almost like an olive branch. Get this trust. But you got a lot of people that feel like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. I just a way for the government to know who you are and where you're at. I mean, I always tell people, do you got a driver's license? They already got your information.
Okay.
You know, they already got your information. You got a driver's license, they got your information. ID card,
Probably
got
got
you.
probably got a chip in it too.
That's my
You
whole
don't
point.
even know it. Don't
Just
even
about
know it.
most states now on the back of your driver's license has a magnetic strip on it. In a lot of
You don't
states.
even know it.
Got your information right there. So you know it's in an electronic database somewhere.
Guess
So I
what?
mean,
Was you
it's just,
born? Was you born?
it's great.
Did your parents register your birth? They got your information.
There you go. It's in you're in a system somewhere somehow. So all this nonsense about the government just trying to get you information. I said, man, they already got it. They got you already. You know. So why not? And I always tell people, I said, it's not about what people think of the government trying to track you. I said it's about us creating a more professional environment. And I use the private pilots of manned aircraft the same way. I said those guys are required to take physicals, pass the aeronautical test, have so many flight hours, all this kind of stuff to get and maintain their status. And like I said on my last live stream last month, I said, and I always tell people, I said, taking a test is really nothing. There's a lot of folks who can take a written test for a driver's license, but can't drive worth nothing. Can't pass the driving test part.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I said, taking the test ain't nothing. You know, so I
Pass
said,
the written
why
test
not?
and go outside and crash.
Yeah, we see it all the time. So I'm saying, you know, but on paper, it gives aircraft pilots the status of being a profession, period. Regardless if you fly commercial, for cargo, passengers, or whatever, you're flying your grandfather's Cessna or whatever deal is, it gives you a professional status as a pilot. And I said that has always been lacking in the drone community. Everybody wants to be a renegade, cowboy, do what they want, don't want to register for nothing, don't want to be involved with nothing. And I said, this is part of the problem. When you continue to buck the system's going to come around and kick you in the tail. And
well,
that's what
it's
we're
like
seeing right now.
It's like I was gonna get ready to say too. It's really not like when people go out and buy their first drone and they just go out and send it. It's not the technology. It's pretty much like the pilot, because you're all excited and you want to go out and send it, and you end up crashing on the first day.
Yeah.
That's just you, TJ.
And that's why I did that little couple of videos with my grandson. I made him sit down and take the trust test before I even let him touch the drone.
Yeah.
I said, take the trust test. Because my thing is that right there gives you enough knowledge so you know the basic things about basic rules of operating in the airspace. It's not that's going to make you a great pilot, but then a lot of people would know that, okay, the trust test, it says, as just a hobbyist, I can't fly with 400 feet. I got to keep the drone within a visual line of sight wherever I'm flying at, all this kind of stuff. It goes over the very basic rudimentary type rules that people need to adhere to. Like you say, TJ, people go down to wherever they get it from, Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, whatever, take the drone, and first thing they want to do is see how far they can fly it.
Yeah.
And then they lose control of it. Don't come back, or worst case, they fly it and they crash into something.
Or it flies away or whatever.
Right. And I say all because they don't understand the basic rules of this technology itself.
Right.
Yeah. So I say all this stuff that's happening does not surprise me at one bit at all. I've been in this for going on seven years now. And that's just my mindset, because I got into this as a commercial operator from day one. None of my drones have ever been registered as a hobby, as a recreational flyer. All my drones have always been registered as commercial, because I've always used them in a commercial setting from day one. So that was always my mindset. Now I understand those who are FPV flyers and all this kind of stuff, or just want to just fly for the fun. I say, I get that, but it's still a profession. Like I say, I always go back to the manned aircraft, the guys who fly the Cessnas and everything else. And it is still a profession that you have to abide by the rules and regulations. It is just not, The way I should say the way our system is set up, which is globally. Every country in the world has some type of airspace regulation.
What happened earlier, David? Like you were on, and then like, did something happen with your microphone or your?
I got bored with you and thought, fuck it, let's go for a break.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't an optional choice. My internet decided I was doing that.
Yeah, so that's my answer to Dan. I don't know if he was even paying attention. I don't see him write anything in the chat. So
Yeah, he was asking about like, because he was like Trump wanting to make the airspace only available for Golden Dawn military drone.
What?
Support. I don't even know how to say that damn word.
Wait, let me look at. Let me
Priority.
Superior.
Golden Dome military drone superiority. And like I said, the same my same plea went out to those in the AMA, which I call the AMA because the AMA don't represent us at all, but they love the RC plane community because that is where their background comes from. And I can tell those guys, I say, hey, if we all don't band together and act accordingly, we're all gonna get hammered. It's easy to pick us off because we don't have the numbers that other groups are we say what's the word?
Going.
And lobbyists is the word I'm looking for. We don't have the funding of lobbyists to go advocate on our behalf. You know?
Yeah.
Like I say, two things make a difference in politics: money and numbers. If you got enough people to vote somebody in or out, or you got to go out there and give money to keep somebody in or out. That's how the game's played.
I'd like to disagree with you there, Dre. The things in politics is right. It's definitely money. Yeah. But it's also getting one over on as many people as possible.
Well, that's what I say about people.
You gotta tell a good lie.
If you have enough people that can sway an election, that's why I talk about numbers of people. When you have enough people in your group, your organizations, like labor unions and things like that, when you have significant numbers, you can make a difference in an election.
And I'm going to sound a bit like Justin here. There aren't enough drone flyers to do that.
Well, that's just my point. We don't have enough numbers. And that's why I say that when we don't come together, when the FPV community think they're immune to the rules and regulation, and RC plane people think, oh, the AMA is going to protect us away from everybody else, I said, you're sadly mistaken, because the FAA regards all of us as pilots, first of all, and all the rules in the FAA apply to all of us the same.
Yeah.
So it ain't going to be just the camera drone flyers. You know, it's going to affect the FPV community, and it's going to affect the RC plane community. Like the RC plane community didn't think remote ID applied to them.
But this may offend a few people, right?
That's what I was about to say too. The drone community is really like kind of separated.
Yeah.
It's kind of separated. FPV, camera drones, and like you say, RC pilots. But everybody looks at themselves as a different entity. So to come together, it's not what they doing.
Right. And I said that's part of our downfall that makes us easier because we don't have numbers because we're all separated.
Right.
I mean, I think somebody asked this question before, but aren't all drones even FPV? They're all camera drones because all of them pretty much have a camera on it.
Well, it's not even about cameras, TJ. It's about the fact that it's a type of aircraft that, you know, in a description of a drone, just the drone itself.
Right.
It is a unmanned aerial system. Okay, UAV.
Right.
UAS is the actual term. UAS. That covers everybody. So it ain't about cameras is not the real issue, is an unmanned aerial system. So that covers FPV, that covers camera drones, and it covers RC planes.
And helicopter.
Yeah.
So that, as I say, it's the language that is used in the FAA rules and regulation. I'm answering Skyfly Network's question. And I think, like I say, if the Part 107 became the standard of anyone operating a UAS system, it would make it a more defined profession. Regardless if you do it for money or not, you will still have to abide by the high standards of what Part 107 is on paper. Like I say, there are a lot of people who are not 107 pilots who are great pilots that can fly the blades off of a drone, okay? But like I say, they don't choose to go for that higher level of qualification. It's just like getting a CDL. Most of us here, or even in the chat, have a driver's license. But how many of us have a commercial driver's license?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the commercial driver's license allows you to operate at a higher level, but it also means greater responsibility because of that status.
Yep.
And that's why I say, like, Part 107 doesn't mean that you have to go do paid work or whatever compensation you may get, but it puts you at a higher status on paper that people will recognize, okay, if that guy's flying a UAS system, I don't want to use the word drone because everybody thinks drone is different from FPV and RC plane. If you're flying a UAS system, he must be highly qualified to do that. And that's what I'm looking at. In other words, we don't get the Karens walking up. We don't get anybody else walking up. They didn't know the fact that you have one of these in the sky. You must be qualified to be doing it. Period.
The only way to win anything these days is win the Patriot War. That is to get this image that it's a country thing. So how they winning the war on the drones, this battle with the drones, they're saying it's the US versus China. Yeah. Patriotism, America first, sort of shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing it over here. They've learned that over here now. If you want to win a battle, yeah, doesn't matter. You could want to tell them that water is brown, right? Doesn't matter. As long as you can say it's England versus the water companies, that's where you win the war.
Well, like I said, that's where the people come in. They're trying to rally the people to their side. That's where you get the numbers. You got to have numbers. You rally the people to get the numbers because you may not have the money to, I hate to use the word pay off, but that's what it is. Pay off elected officials.
Yeah.
The second part of Skyfast's question, my opinion, is that if everyone got some level of a Part 107, that would qualify us just like with a private owned Cessna operator. That we have that high level of qualification.
You need to get Elon Musk on your side, right? Because he's so pissed with Trump that he'll pay the numbers.
Well, it's like anything else. Musk always got to find something that's going to benefit. It's like Trump; it got to benefit them. You know, Elon Musk is opening a restaurant in L.A. today. It's like an old type of diner restaurant, and basically what it is, it's just a high-end charging station, is what it is. That has a restaurant. It has supposed to have over 100-something charging stations at this diner. Can charge up a Tesla and anything else in 38 minutes.
Enough time for you to eat.
Yep. That's basically what it is. So like I say, it ain't like Tesla's going to the restaurant business. It is just now they're giving you something else to do while your vehicle is charging. There's got to be something in it for them.
Joe's talking about he's signed up for his 107, but hasn't started taking it yet because of all those all that crazy UAV shit that's going on.
I see it going in this direction where, like I say, the trust test I felt was the olive branch from the FAA to all the pilots out there. So at least have this in your pocket. So if someone asks you, say, here's my trust certificate, there it is. I'm good to go. But people balked at that. They, like I say, they were scared the government's gonna find out who they are and stuff. So when I say just about every incident we read about that hits the news cycle, what is the common thing? The pilot's not registered, the drone's not registered. So we know they don't have a trust test. We know they're not Part 107. So the common theme is these guys, people are being allowed to purchase these drones from wherever they get them from and go out and just do what they do, is because they have no standards. And that's what we talked about years about, well, maybe if whoever, DJI, Autel, whoever it may be, put something in the box.
Off in Whitley Bay.
Have it configured that this thing
went to Heathrow Airport. Then it went through customs at Heathrow Airport for no apparent reason. Went to Stockton, which is near Whitley Bay. Then it went to Warrington. Then it went to Coventry, and now it's back at Heathrow Airport.
You mean
A package?
Yeah. All it is a box, an empty box, but we need it for a camera we've got.
Where'd you order from, David?
Vinted, but it's the fact that it started off in Whitley Bay in North Yorkshire, went to Heathrow Airport near us, then went back to Stockton, which is near Whitley Bay. Then it slowly come down the other side of the country through Warrington and then Coventry, and now it's back at Heathrow Airport.
When you gonna realize, David, they got a poster of you in all the different companies that you can order stuff. Amazon got the hit out on you, dude. You ticked off Amazon. UPS don't want to come to your house no more. FedEx refuses to even try to handle your packages. So you can just forget trying to order anything.
I don't have any issues with Amazon anymore. They've been pretty, touch wood, they've been pretty good recently.
Yeah, they're gonna wait till Christmas time for you.
Probably.
Why does Trey look like he's at Paul's?
There he is.
Trey is at Paul's. Paul couldn't make it today, so. Oh, wait, well, hold it. We've all got to pull him up now.
Because I need to say.
Digital.
What's up, Justin?
What's good with you, man?
You just get up not too long ago?
No, I had to go somewhere this morning.
Where'd you go?
I had to go over to my sister's. And I gotta take the kids back over there later.
Yeah.
Kind of a last minute thing. My sister
Gotcha.
wanted the kids for the weekends or for a couple days. So
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the weekend passed already.
yeah, her kids are gone for summer, so she wants to do something with my kids.
Right.
Yeah.
So her kids are gone, so she wants to torture your kids instead.
Fine with me. Get them out of my hair.
You
arguing
was
with
missing them all big time when he's at camp, so stop. But I don't know if Dan's still in here, and I guess Sky Network. That's where I see all this going. That in the future, you're going to need actual certificates or whatever, just like a driver's license, for you to operate a drone. Period. It is just getting out, just like this incident out in the desert. Nothing bad happened, but it gets a lot of people's attention. And the incident in Texas, that's critical. That situation in Texas where you're putting a first responder aircraft out of service for several hours, which could have been out there doing its job, helping and rescuing people because somebody who felt they wanted to go out there and be a hero and had the wrong drone to be doing it in the first place.
And who said they were even trying to be a hero? Could have been them just wanting to go see the damage,
Well,
you know?
I was trying to
Personal
give I'm just trying to get the benefit of the doubt, Just. I mean, 'cause a lot of people say, well, I found 5 people. I found 5 people, help them out. Well,
They found 5 people at the Red Cross tent already getting help.
yeah, and that's why I cheated on one guy about. I said, dude, I told him, I said, if you're going to be out there in those first initial hours with a drone, you would need a thermal drone, something that can pick up heat signature. Okay, whatever little regular RGB camera drone, it ain't going to do nothing. Most of that area is wooded tree area, so you're not going to see anybody clinging to a tree.
Right
above it.
Tiny call this, Justin.
You need a thermal drone to be able to see that heat signature. You say, hey, I got something here. And then you coordinate with ground troops to say, send somebody over there because I got something here. And if you're able to get down low enough, you got to tell if it's a dog or a person or some other kind of animal.
Justin, I've got a question for you.
I think all drones should have the I mean, whether big or small, I think they should all have thermal cams on them.
Pack it in, TJ.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Why don't we all
TJ,
have drones?
I wouldn't go against that, TJ.
Just a minute, I just need to answer this one.
Not against that type of stuff.
TJ, instead of having thermal, why don't we have X-ray vision so we can see into houses?
No, I mean, hey, that wouldn't be a bad idea either, too.
Right. So, Justin, I want to ask, are you late or are you early for the evening shift?
What are you talking about?
You promised Paul you'd be here early.
Yeah, you supposed to open the show, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but I had last minute plans that I wasn't expecting, so that happened last night.
Well,
So.
you could have informed us. We're all available. I don't give a fuck if you're halfway around the world. You still can ring me.
David's busting balls this morning.
Yeah. That's because Virgin have got me fired up now. The internet provider's got me fired up. I want to fucking rip some of them apart.
I bet.
You get your internet from what's his name?
Branson.
Branson.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't own it anymore. He doesn't own it anymore.
Yeah, okay. He sold his controlling shares, huh?
Yeah, basically they've kept the name, yeah, because apparently it's a good name. But since he sold it out, it's gone shit. As Mark will tell you.
Well, yeah, I've got another week to. Well, Friday they're supposed to be putting mine back on.
Mm.
Well, my issue is every time someone signs up to them and they go to the little box and start playing around in there, they knock my cables and knock my internet off. And I've told them all they have to do is tighten up them fucking screws. Oh, it's not bad. They're fine. No, they're not fine. Fucking assholes.
Well, I think you need to go leave a little note on the box. David says, tell them to come check with you before they do any work.
What's going to happen is I'm going to move the box. It's loose anyway, so I might just pick the box up and walk off with it and leave the cables available.
Yeah, but he's more focused on doing his spaceship now too. So he's still working on all that, isn't he?
Yeah, no, just you haven't
hear from
heard.
him anymore.
You haven't heard the latest thing he's done?
Uh-uh.
He's opened up a diner in downtown LA.
Okay, that's random.
Yeah.
See, Justin, are you talking about Musk or Richard Branson?
No, I was talking about Richard Branson.
Oh, Branson? I think you're talking about Elon.
No,
I was going to say,
about...
I can't remember Richard Branson on.
Yeah.
Richard Branson just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Because he was
No,
working on that one
he just on one of his
spaceship.
islands. Yeah.
It seems like every billionaire now has their own fucking space program.
Of course, that's where the money's at.
Yeah, if we could just chuck a few of them billionaires into the spacecraft and test out whether they can fly without spacesuits, we'll be all right.
Like I say, the first person to put a settlement on the moon, big money. And then that means they'll leapfrog it to Mars. Big money.
You know what? I am surprised that when you put that flag down, you didn't put the golden arch down with it.
You know what I say? If the people's there, then McDonald's will follow. They get a few people up there. They say, "Oh, let's go and put a McDonald's space station up there."
Yeah, and there'd be a dollar store too.
But I gotta find the
dollar
right.
store.
I gotta find the right arch. Like I've always
Top item would be batteries, huh, Justin?
Yeah, but
Some batteries.
the likelihood is it's going to be Elon Musk up there, so it's not going to be a dollar store, is it? It's going to be a Bitcoin store or something.
No, I'm telling you, everywhere there's an empty field, a dollar store will come.
That's something I've always wanted to do because I've seen people do it, but there's a McDonald's like right up the road from the house, but there's power lines in the way of it. So I got to find an arch that's not surrounded by power lines or trees or anything.
What are you planning on doing, TJ?
He wants to fly the arches.
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered why the US government are pissed off with drone flyers? It's not all the other drone flyers, it's you. Flying through golden arches, electric cables, fucking wanting infrared and X-ray vision on them, laser missiles on them.
You should be able to find plenty of McDonald's.
Yeah.
Area. There's fucking one every 5 miles throughout the whole U.S.
Well, you gotta listen, Justin, what TJ
we need to
just
stop
said.
a minute. We need to.
He said the McDonald's is down the road a ways. So, in other words, if he flew it from his house, which he's talking about, that's what he wants to do. He can't see the drone, and now he's worried about running the wires and wants to fly the McDonald's arches on top of that.
Yeah, and we need to have a timeout here.
So how many violations will TJ commit by doing this act?
We don't need to worry about that. We just need to have a timeout and remember, this is TJ, the guy that got told off by his agency that runs his whole area, what they call HMOs, because he was flying through the bloody gates and over people's heads.
Oh, the HOA, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's not encourage him.
No, because that was when I sent my Mini 2. Like I was literally like over the building, and homeboy thought I was flying near his window, which I was clearly not doing at the time.
Yeah, but the thing was, is you literally decided you were going to buzz the security gate like a month after you got that letter.
Yeah.
He did buzz the security gate. That's the point.
Nobody said anything to me about it, and I did it anyway. And I posted the video, and nobody said anything to me about it.
The thing is, though, is HOAs will find any reason to try to kick you out if you get on their bad side. Now, they have lost a lot of power in Florida because of those laws that were signed in like a year or so ago. I don't know exactly what the laws covered, but apparently the HOAs lost like a lot of power. And it all stemmed from that police officer. They were trying to kick that police officer out of his house because he was parking his cruiser in his front yard.
Oh, shit.
In the driveway. And it was a marked, so they considered that a marked commercial vehicle, and they said that wasn't allowed. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? So I guess the governor caught wind of it and ended up stepping in and said, you ain't kicking out a first responder out of his house because he's parking his car in the front yard. And that's what started the whole thing.
I see people like, because people's driveways, our driveway is really small. You can only fit like 2 cars in there, but like I see people like parking on the side of the road and shit, and I don't think they allowed people doing that.
I said, I don't know what the powers exactly lost, but apparently they lost quite a few from being able, because it was like, if you move into an HOA, you did that on your own free will. Nobody forced you to do that.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to understand that when you move into an HOA that you're going to deal with shit like that. I mean, there is a benefit to HOAs, but there's also downsides. The benefits usually is your neighborhoods will stay really clean looking.
So if you buy a house in a HOA, you own the house.
Right.
HOA is still on the land that it's built on.
Yeah, it's like a
No.
leasehold over here.
Leasehold.
No, not really. They can just put a lien on your house if you don't follow the rules. I don't know exactly the
There's different type
legality
of
behind it.
contracts with an HOA. The
Yeah.
main primary function of HOA is to take care of the common areas of the development. That means you're gonna have paid gardeners take care, 'cause a lot of times, how much yard do you have, TJ?
How many what?
How much yard do you have?
Oh,
Front, backyard?
We don't-
It's very
we don't.
small. or what?
Yeah, it's one, like, it's literally like one big pond, and then there's like grass, all the way around and stuff. So we don't really have a.
Thanks, TJ. I gotta remember not to ask you too many questions.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You asked me
How
big
big
is
is your garden?
How big is your front yard and your backyard?
it's. I don't know how big is that out there.
Don't worry about it, TJ. Don't worry about it. This is what I'm going at. Unless a lot of HOA communities, we have some all the same, because you even have gated communities also
Right.
that
So
have
that's
HOA
where
fees.
we live in a gated community. So
Right. So what happens is a lot of times all the common areas are groomed by paid gardeners and all that kind of stuff.
Which we
so
have.
that's why they have certain rules and regulations of what you can and can't
Yes,
do.
the thunder. Pack it in. Shut up.
And then you have in some HOAs, you may have we call common areas, as far as a rec center, may even be a playground for kids that is all maintained that you're help paying for.
Yeah, with your dues you pay every month.
Your
Yeah.
dues and all that kind of stuff. Now you talk about more upscale communities where it's a gated community and they all pay fees. It's just like the image. You might even have private security. And some higher scale of places that these people have estate size homes and everything, to where if something happens, you'll get a regular security officer that will pull up if an alarm goes off at your house.
Yeah, they have, well, they say on average about 70% of the neighborhoods in Florida are HOAs.
Yeah,
So there's quite a few.
It was a big push here in California in the 90s when they were building big housing boom then. But people was really balking at HOAs, because HOAs were not really popular initially here in Southern California. So they kind of died off. But now they have they're going back to what we call affordable housing development, which means you got all house and no property. And there's a small HOA fee. And some of these are gated communities. And like I said, they have all the little common areas where you got your own little park that only people who live there can use. The playground is there for the little ones, and so on and so forth. So yeah, your HOA covers a lot of different things. Some HOA, the board members actually get a stipend. They get a few dollars on the side to attend meetings and all this kind of stuff. So some places it's very cutthroat. Who wants
Well,
that?
some of them are real strict too.
Yeah.
I've been in ones where you had to have specific blinds in the windows, and your house could only be a certain color, and the front door could only be a certain color.
Right.
Yeah, and the type of grass, you had to have a certain type of grass. Like, it's like Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, and like I've seen, like around here in our complex, I've seen people put that fake grass around, well, in the front part, like it's just like a little strip or whatever. Like they put like a little strip of fake sod or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my parents, I put turf in my parents' front yard, but they don't live in a gated community, anything like that, or HOA fees. It just over the course of the years, when you look at water rates going up the way they are, is that it pays for itself over the course of 10 to 15 years.
Not to mention, in California, you kind of get frowned upon by other people when you have an actual lawn.
Mm-hmm.
People will look at
like
you
I say,
oh.
I mean, I have turf in my backyard, and all the guys was, we want to get the front yard done. I said, no, I actually like grass. I think grass looks good when you maintain it. I just don't like it when you don't maintain it and everything. I say my grass gets cut almost every week by my gardener. So it's in the bushes. I like that well-maintained, fresh cut look every week. Because when I used to cut my grass years ago, that's why I did it. I was cutting my grass every week, trimming the bushes, everything. So it's like going out and getting a haircut.
Hell,
Yeah.
Paul grass nearly every show.
Yeah, but see, like grass, especially like in Las Vegas, a lot of housing complexes and houses have gone to like these desert landscapes in their yards
Yeah.
instead of.
Yeah, that's because of water rates and restrictions and stuff.
Oh yeah,
And
and if you're the one person that has the lawn, dude, everybody looks down on you like, oh.
yeah. It's like, who do you think? Well, two ways. They say, who do you think you are? You can afford the water. Like I say, everything has its plus and minuses. Like I said, I people come by and solicit phone calls talking about, yeah. And I always tell them, I said, have you really looked at my house? They said, what do you mean, sir? I said, are you sitting at a computer? Yeah. And I said, you got my address, right? Yeah. I said, well, pull it up on Google Earth and tell me what you see.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
And they
those
said,
big gated communities, they have massive lawn companies that come out and do everybody's lawn the same day.
yeah. Well, my lawn guy, he does 5 of my properties. And then these guys come out, they got half the block I live on. So
Mhm.
just between me and the rest of the neighbors, he's making a good deal. And I'm sure he's got more businesses on the side besides that, but he does everything I want him to do, fixes
Yeah,
sprinklers, trim trees. I didn't come do the tree in the backyard on the hillside. It's gotten out of control.
yeah, the guys that do our lawn, they do ours and like the next 8 houses down. So
Yeah.
they'll get on the 2 riding lawnmowers and they'll just go
Mm-hmm.
down a
And just keep
line,
rolling.
yeah, all the way down the houses. And then there's a couple.
Everybody's lawn been cut the same way.
Yeah, and they have like a whole crew of like 6 people, usually, or 6 or 7 people. There's a couple
Yeah.
doing the lawnmowers, a couple weed whacking, there's a couple blowing, and then
Yep.
there's one usually walking around doing all the weed spraying for
Yep.
weeds.
And they're in and out probably within about an hour.
Oh yeah, they're quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I was younger, I took a lot of pride and I enjoyed doing my yard.
I mean, lawn businesses, especially landscaping here in Florida, it's probably one of the easiest businesses to start. But at the same time, it does take money to start up one of those because,
Mhm.
riding lawnmowers and good weed whackers and all that, that shit ain't cheap. Yeah. You
Like
gonna
I say, you
spend
can
probably
start
about 10
small with a
grand.
couple of self-propelled push mowers, or what you call it, and stuff, and like anything else, you build upon your business and don't go too much in debt buying gear. Just like drone business, you start off with what you got and buy what you need and go from there. Like anything else, I said it's nice to look in the catalogs or going to I still want to stop by or going to a lawn care store and you see all them high-end brand names, Husqvarna's and John Deere equipment, man. You're like, man, I think I might want to cut my own grass again. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, that stuff's expensive. Like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
if you were to
you
get
look at the price tag and say, man, that's a used car.
yeah, if you were gonna get like a nice 0 turn, maybe a good push mower, a couple of weed whackers, a blower,
Mhm.
and a decent sprayer, and then a trailer, you'd probably be looking at a good 10, 15 grand
Yeah.
for all that.
And then you gotta have your own truck to tow the trailer. So you
Yeah.
can just about triple that amount buying a decent truck because you don't want to buy no ragged truck. You want to get
Shit, these
nice
days used trucks are going for insane amounts.
Well, I was gonna say even a used truck will cost you 20 plus grand nowadays.
It's ridiculous. The truck market's horrible. I would never buy a truck these days. It's too much gas and they're too damn expensive.
Yeah.
I had a couple of trucks when I was growing up, and yeah, they are quite annoying to fill up.
Oh,
And I never really hauled anything really, but
well, that's the
I
thing
guess
is like 60% of people you'll see on the road have never put a single fucking thing in the back of the truck. They're just driving it to drive it because they want a truck.
Mhm.
They don't need it.
Yep.
It's just like all these people that buy Jeeps and never go off roading. The ones I call curb princesses. You know? Never taking that thing off road. Do what?
So what? I ain't never went off road. I don't like riding in the mud.
Well, you have a Jeep?
Yeah, my truck is a Jeep, but it ain't the off road type.
No, I see a lot of people around here, man. Jeeps are, God, dude, they're a dime a dozen around here. So many people with fucking Jeeps.
They all have those ducks sitting on their dashboard.
Oh yeah, dude, I can drive down the road,
Yeah,
go about 5 miles and probably pass 100 Jeeps. Right.
I don't do the duck thing, PJ. I heard y'all talk about that yesterday.
Yeah, because like I'll be at work and like I'll walk through the parking lot occasionally to get the carts in, and there'll be at least like 1 or 2 Jeeps in the parking lot with ducks sitting in their damn dashboard. Like, what is the purpose of that?
Well, it has something to do with cruising, I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's supposed to be for everybody, not just Jeeps, but apparently, I guess the Jeep community is just ran with it.
Oh, you got a lot of clubs, Jeep clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
And they depending upon what you want to do, you got the ones that do what we call overland, where they actually do off-roading trips.
Uh-huh.
I know out west you hear a lot about it. People going out to the deserts, up to Utah and Arizona, do those canyon runs and state park things. You might see a dozen or so Jeeps out there.
Oh yeah, we used to do an off-road run every year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a canyon they used to go to. Can't think of the name of it right now.
He's out in Barstow. You guys call that the backyard?
Dude, I like the mountains when you're going by I-40 going through Newberry and stuff. Dude, I know all the back roads on those mountains. I could take you from Newberry, go through the mountains, and we'll come out where Apple Valley's at.
No, you ain't taking me nowhere because I know you, Justin. You pick up some hitchhiker. We did the movie Hitcher 5.
Bro, you find a hitchhiker on those back mountain roads, something's has gone wrong.
That's what I'm saying. He was like, well, he needs help, Dre. I was like, no, he don't.
You know where he at.
That's what I'm saying. He got out here some way on his own. Let him stay out here on his own.
Because those back mountain roads, you actually have to open the cattle crossings to drive through the trails, which you're allowed to do. They're just spring-loaded gates. You have to hold it open, drive through it, and then just let it go, and it'll spring back shut.
That's called.
You got to go through multiple gates.
It's just called a gate.
That's called wrong turn.
It's where the state does the cattle up in the mountains.
Get off my lawn.
But it tells you on the sign that anybody can drive through. It just says, please make sure you shut the gates completely shut. But you have to go through multiples of those when you go up through those mountains.
Mm.
We spent so much time up there when I was a kid driving around through there. Like I said, a lot of times what we would do is we would take a trip and we'd go up to the mountains and we'd go back out through all these trails, and we'd come out like where Apple Valley area was, and then we'd get up on the freeway and go to the mall and then have lunch and stuff and then come back.
You know who's missing today? Sunstar's missing today.
Yeah, because Jonathan was asking where she was at this morning.
Yeah, I want to say she ain't show up on one of the shows or both the shows yesterday.
She wasn't early yesterday.
Maybe she's got things to do, a bit like Paul and Joe.
Mm.
True. Or she still could be sleeping, one or the other.
Should be good.
Yeah. I hope Jim's
all
right.
TJ was guest hosting and decided to take a break.
Yeah, Jim, TJ.
Yeah, I hope Jim's all right. The regular Jim. The regular one, not
Johnny
Jim
Drone
Droning,
Flyer
but
There's
the,
two
popped
regular
in.
ones.
Corey Mano.
the other Jim.
Just the simple Jim, not Jim.
Not that Jim, but that Jim, not that one, but the other
Hold
one.
on, hold on, hold on.
Yeah,
It's Jim from,
that one.
he's talking about Jim from Michigan, the one that lives near Paul.
Yeah, but what's his channel name?
Jim.
He doesn't. I don't think he has one. It's just.
Well, you have to have a channel to be able to comment in the live stream. Now, whether he
Yeah.
posts anything,
Yeah.
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, it's just called Jim.
Yeah.
Simply Jim.
Yep.
Last me and TJ talked on, we supposed to go to meet somebody about buying a drone,
Uh-oh.
and we heard from him since then. Oh no, I ain't heard from him.
Somebody put up the missing person.
I think too he was having like problems with his phone or something too, and I think he was. I don't know if he
Well,
was
the
getting
thing
into
is,
some.
Jim's got family. He's not alone, so you don't really have to like get overly concerned. Like something's wrong. He's got family though. Not like Paul disappeared one day. We wouldn't know what the fuck happened to him.
Now he's supposed to drive to this dude's state to go get the drone.
I don't know. Maybe he's close to the border of one of the states. I'm not sure because he lives like I think about an hour and a half or so from Paul. Maybe 2 hours.
Where are you going?
Or he might just be taking a break from YouTube. Some people do that sometimes.
What, did you have like a phone one or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the same token, if you was going to meet somebody to buy a Mavic 4, and you'd have came back showing off that Mavic 4.
He disappeared in some underground drone sale. Is there any update on your guys' drone stuff, Troy? Or is it still going through the commerce? So,
What drone stuff?
well, how you said the commerce? We were talking the other day how the commerce department took it over, the investigation or whatever. You didn't hear about that?
No, you got me lost.
The U.S. Commerce Department apparently is doing an
you talking about
investigation.
the DGI investigation. Dude,
Yeah.
ain't no telling when we'll hear that. It might come out on December 23rd and the last day, December 24th.
Yeah, that's true. Or they'll miss the deadline like the FAA did with the beyond visual line of sight thing.
Yeah, like I said, I don't get excited about it, just like the guy from Drone Camps put out information on a new term, digital flight authorization. And I think the problem with that information, I know Vic Moss kind of went off on him on Facebook a little bit. And I had to watch the video twice. And the problem is the person who brought that terminology up was the guy who runs Drone Up. And he's a retired military general or admiral or something. He's in charge of Drone Up now. And that's why I caught it the second time I watched it. And I think the guy from Drone Up's kind of jumped the gun. I said, unless you hear the terminology come out of the elected officials' mouth, these other clowns are just trying to get stuff they would like to see implemented.
Well,
So
and
benefit them.
there was another guy that was talking about that same terminology I was talking about like a week ago. And he was describing it as if everybody would have to get an authorization for every single flight and give them a legit reason why you're even flying.
Right. And that's what I'm saying, that didn't come out of the elected officials' mouth. It came out of one of the manufacturers' mouth for what they would like to see or what they think would be the ultimate safety guideline. And I think the guy from Drone Camps put it out that, oh, this is going to be a thing. I said, no, this is just a wish thing that certain drone brokers or manufacturers would like to see. So once again, they would have real more control of the skies over anybody.
Yeah, well, you don't believe everything that Drone Camp says. I mean, after all, he is called Justin.
What?
Well, like I said, he actually showed the hearing that was going on. So it wasn't like he interpreted. He just, I think he heard that terminology and assumed that the elected officials were all on the same page. But like I said, when I watched it the second time, I paid attention that the guys who were sitting there to testify, one was from Drone Ups, another guy was from another drone company, and the third guy, I think, was some member out of UAVIS, whatever it was. And they're all, talking about how they want to do this and how they want to do that and how they can make it safer and everything. I said, this is just their wish list. And that's what ticks me off when they have these so-called hearings, which are, to my opinion, is no more than a dog and pony show, because they don't bring both sides to the table. They only bring one-sided individuals.
Also, all government hearings are a dog and pony show.
Yeah. So my thing is, if you're gonna do this kind of stuff, bring somebody from the opposite side, or at least someone a little more balanced, who can tell, give some kind of, equal type of information, or even if it's different information, that you guys are not just swallowing this crap, that these guys are spitting at you. And it just makes it just like they talk about the information going back to China. I said, how come they don't invite Amazon up there to talk about the server warehouses where our information actually goes? All here, it stays here in the United States.
Yeah, because I said something the other day. I actually put the link for that video you were talking about how he was showing the hearing. And I was telling everybody, I was like, I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying this is what he's saying, and he's showing the hearing.
Right. Yeah. That's what I said. I had to watch it twice to catch who said what, in the thing. I said, if you hear them talk about it, and then you hear one of the elected officials ask what would that do, but it was never brought up by the elected official, saying that is the government's stance of where they're going to go forward. This is something the guy from Drone Up threw it out there and said that this is the best way to completely make the sky safe, yada yada yada, and everything else. Russell, yeah, I do watch Rocket Ride every once in a while, because you're messing up his take.
Rocket Ride.
And yeah, he's been around for a while. He likes doing the bike rides, and also his one wheel, and he flies drones. He does a lot of work for used to be ZiteView. That's what he calls himself now. He did a lot of work with ZiteView.
Back in the day, they never bitched about us launching rockets 1,000 feet in the air, 1,500 feet.
Does that dude live near you somewhere?
No, he lives in Northern California. He's way up there above, I guess adjacent to the Bay Area. I guess he's just a little bit, I think he's a little bit northeast of San Francisco, because I know some of the places he travels to is just northeast of San Francisco. But even he talks about, there are just some jobs that he turns down because it's not worth the money, not worth the travel time. He's in an area that has a lot of traffic, and you talking about traversing across the Bay Area, it ain't worth it.
I wonder how many subs that dude's got.
Oh, he's been around for a while. He's been around for.
But yeah, he's been around for a good while.
Yeah, he's been around almost 10 years. Because, like I said, he also, his first thing was for drones. He was into the one wheels and motorcycles and bike riding, stuff like that. So he's transitioned into drones, and now he does a little bit of all of them.
Yeah, I've seen his drone footage. I haven't seen the rest of it.
Yeah, sometimes he just do a little footage. He's on the one wheel and he's riding out along some beach or coastal area. And sometimes he'll be on his bike.
To be on a one wheel.
Yeah, he does a lot of his takes on one wheel. Just like he likes using the 360 cameras when he's out on his bike or the one wheel.
Damn, he's got a lot of
Yeah.
subs. He's got like
Yeah.
4.56 thousand subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bloggers out there that's known. They just don't mingle with everybody like the rest of us do.
Oh yeah, there's people like that in the drone community that have really big channels that don't really mingle too much with
Mm-hmm.
anybody else in the community, but they put videos out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Or you have to
I
be
tell
somebody.
Russell, like I say, Northern California, which puts him at least 7-8 hours away from me.
Yeah, and then some of those guys, unless you're another big channel, they don't talk to you anyway. So
Yeah, he and I have exchanged a few messages here and there. He's asking
who?
some questions on
You
how
and who?
I do.
Who are you talking about?
Rocket Rider.
Oh, Rocket Rider.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of
Oh, I know
rude
who
then,
that
because
is.
like you should like even though you have a big channel, like you should still talk to everybody.
Dude, there
Well,
was that. I remember. You remember that guy that fucking? He had like 30 subs or something, and he was trying to grow in the drone community over in Australia. And he told Dominic, because Dominic had like 200 or 300 at the time. He told Dominic, he said, "You're not a big enough channel for my time." This dude only had like 30 subs. Yeah, his goal was he was only going to get on big channels, and that was it.
Dude, that's fucked up.
And he told Dominic straight up, like, "You're not big enough for my time."
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Dominic.
He didn't become big enough for any of our times.
Yeah.
Dominic probably became bigger than him.
Well, and then there's a lot of flyers in different countries that only stick to people that do channels in their country. Like, if you go to Sean, like Geeks Vana's channel, 90% of the people you see in his chat aren't in anybody else's chats.
Yeah,
that's
They're all European flyers.
Well, like I say, Geeks Vana caters to his audience location where most of his information is primarily UK.
Right, and then you'll see about 10% of his viewership will be a handful of people from this community that know him.
And like I said, I remember when Sean first started getting started, he came on a lot of American flyer shows to get their notoriety up and get some of those people over to their platform.
He's been on here like a few times.
Yeah, he'll pop in every once in a while. Like I say, I remember when Paul, Geeks Vana, Philly Mike, all used to go on Herman and Lawrence's show on Sunday evenings. They all
used to come on Paul's
show.
a couple of years ago.
So
he got pissed off at Paul.
Yeah. So they all used to be regulars, just like Tom Dowling. They all used to be regulars on Herman's and Lawrence's those guys show on Sunday evenings.
Well, they're on
those guys, yeah.
Yeah, they used to actually. Those guys used to be on Paul's show quite a bit. If you go look at his older shows from like 5-6 years ago, you'll see Herman.
Yeah,
and
I remember seeing one of Paul's like older shows one day, and I clicked on it and was watching. I was like, oh my god, that's Herman and Lawrence over there.
Yeah, because Paul used to come on once a week. Herman and him came on once a week. It used to be Sunday afternoons. And then I mean, like I said, when Mikey Philly first started, that's how he got his start, was on their shows. And then he broke off and did his own thing.
Well, Mikey was one of the original 3 that started the Sunrise Crew. It was Mikey, Jim Boyd, and Dennis Lovelady.
Yeah, Philly used to come on Paul's all the way up till about 1.5 years ago. And then when we were all talking about Philly's case one day, Paul just fucking laid into him. And then that's when he called and bitched Paul out on that phone call.
Yeah,
Like,
because
it was on live
and
stream.
that's why I tell people, I said, I know Philly had been told by various people in the community about what he was doing, and hey, you need to go do this. You need to go get your
Hell,
107.
I
You need to
told
go
them.
stop showing stuff on stop showing your telemetry on your video. He was told by people within the community. So everybody talks about, oh, the FAA just attacked. I said, no, we as a community were trying to tell him, get your act together. Do certain things to avoid this problem. But he didn't want to listen. And I said, here's what it is.
And that's the thing is, like, he got super pissed at me. Like, he singled me out when he made that phone call to Paul.
Mhm.
And I was actually playing devil's advocate for him. I was like,
What,
there are a lot of,
Justin?
and that's the thing is, like, I told him, I was like, because there's a lot of other big name guys out there that have done shit that's considered illegal,
Mhm.
and most of their videos, and they've never even been talked to. I
Mhm.
mean, like, I hate to call
Go
him
ahead
out,
and
but
say
like,
his name. Go ahead and say his name.
Dustin Dunhill
Oh,
with
Justin,
the
yes,
range test, the crazy
yeah,
range test.
Justin's one of them, and also our the all famous Ken.
Yeah.
They definitely have had their share, and I say they've all been contacted. It has
Oh,
not got as ugly like it is with Mikey's situation, but Dustin's been contacted,
Oh,
and
has
Ken
he?
has been contacted several times.
I've never heard that Dustin
Well, like
been
I say,
contacted.
Dustin didn't air his dirty laundry like Philly did. That was the difference.
Yeah, because
didn't
like
put out his
Dustin Dunhill, he flew that fucking wing from one island to the other and back. It was like a
Yeah.
20 some mile.
Yeah,
trip.
they've all been contacted. They just didn't air the dirty laundry, and like as you guys don't remember, a lot of them guys went silent for a while, and that was part of the thing. Like, you know what? Maybe I need to stay off of YouTube and whatever the case may be. And
I know Dustin Dunhill went quiet for a while, but he was also in the transition of the moving too,
right,
because that was when he was moving from Hawaii
back to the States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To
So
either
there's been some guys who have, in Ken's one, he'll put it out there that he got a little nasty gram from the FAA, or he's gotten a phone call and stuff about some of his videos.
I hope Mike's doing all right, because I mean, when he took up drones, it was the only thing that got him out of a really bad place. And I hope he's not sunk back into it again.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants anybody to go through something that they came out of again. But like, once again, it's how you do things. And the one thing Mikey never, I would say, fully admitted to himself, is that he has a addictive, great personality. Just like he talked about his drug use, his eating use, all the different things. Same thing with drones. Once he gets into something, he's 110%. And that's part of what caused him to go down the path he went down. Because once he got into the drones, and then once he found out he can make a little pocket change on the, with doing things with drones, as far as on YouTube, he was off and running. And you couldn't tell him nothing.
All right.
And that's just some people they have that addictive type personality that once they grasp onto something, they can't let it go or tone it down until you're forced to.
Yeah, and if you're being targeted by a government agency and you're online calling them out, and I mean, and you don't really have the basis to defend yourself,
yeah,
you're putting. It's one thing if you're somebody that's got millions of dollars and you have a legal team, and you can kind of call the government out knowing you might be in the right, but he was just going on his own
there's
opinion.
The thing, Justin. You when you don't have an argument or a legal leg to stand on, you don't be calling out nobody.
Right, and then the government, like I said, especially when they know you don't have the means to fight them, you got some government agent sitting there watching your videos, going, "All right, bitch, I'm gonna take you down now."
And that's basically what happened to him. That's basically what happened to him. I mean, it's one thing if Mikey would have kept all his business private and handle it with the FAA privately, he'd still be on the air today. But when he started calling them out, cussing them out on the air, on his videos, talking about you can't do nothing to me, I ain't got nothing for you. They say, we'll take whatever you do have.
I'm surprised.
And they took away his rights.
I'm surprised he hasn't been on anybody's shows because he's
I don't
not.
think he,
I don't think he's.
I'm not even sure he's even allowed to be on YouTube, period.
Well, I know they took his channel as part of the
might.
agreement, but I didn't see nothing that said he was banned from social media. I think it was just
Well, like I said, when you have a person that has an addictive type personality, any type of activities is detrimental, like an alcoholic. You're an alcoholic the rest of your life. You fight that urge the rest of your life. And that's probably what
Plus,
Philly
he
is
don't
do.
want to get on and talk about drones when he can't even fly them no more. So
There you go, Jonathan. Like I say, it's best for him not to even get on YouTube to talk about anything, because then he's going to start getting him back into trouble.
not only that, shit, he go on anybody's show, you already know what they're gonna want to talk about.
Right. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point right there. You know, and like I told people, I said it was never about the money. It was about
Always
compliance.
about the money.
No, not like that. There's no way the FAA was going to think Philly was going to cough up $144,000, $182,000.
No, I was about to say it was 180 something.
Yeah, it was $182,000.
182, yeah.
Yeah, $182,000. There's no way they knew that this man's going to be able to cough up, even with lifetime payments, he wasn't going to reach.
No, that's like reminds me of Charlie Sheen off of Hot Shots. She's like, so I heard you destroyed a $14 million fighter. Yeah, I'm paying it off $10 a week.
Yeah.
You know? That's exactly what it would have been.
Yeah. So I can tell people it was never about the money, per se. It was about compliance. And Philly kept
they really didn't want to burn them, man.
Never complied. Never complied.
Yeah, they really didn't want to burn them. They gave him chance after chance.
Well,
they really didn't want to burn them.
And that's the thing is he was lucky because most government agencies are not that fucking nice. Any other government agency, any other of those alphabet agencies would have buried his ass immediately. They wouldn't have took 2 years, 2 or 3 years of going back and forth and being all, you know, if you do this, we'll drop this. No, they're usually not that nice.
No.
I'd say the FAA are kind of pushovers to a certain extent. As long as you listen to them.
The biggest thing in this is, if it was really about the money, David, they could have sicked the IRS on him. Period. And every little nickel that he collected, they would have just reached in and snatched it up. He would never see a tax.
I'll be honest. I don't know what you was on about. I just came back in from the other room and you said it's not always about the money. And I was like, it's always about the money.
Like I said, you
even sang about it. It's all about the money, money, money.
Yeah, that's what I say. He's like, well, why do they want you? I said, dude, you don't get it. They threw that price tag. They put that fine up there to try to get you to comply, because they know you can afford that kind of money.
Right, and then anybody that would have had that kind of money would have had a legal team that would have been. Yeah, when you got a legal team that's telling you, okay, and they're experts in that particular law, and they could tell you, yeah, you're good on this point, you're good on that. But the thing was too is like when you're in the middle of a court case like that, you want to be consulting with lawyers before you put anything publicly, which he was not doing at all.
No,
because he didn't have a lawyer.
Right.
And that's the thing is like you could be saying shit that's burying you, where a lawyer would have told you, no, don't say that, stop. You know.
Yeah, and the biggest difference, we've all seen several videos of Ken Herron in action. Okay, do some more egregious stuff than what Philly was doing. But the difference is, Ken was always very apologetic and acceptance of whatever he was told by the FAA.
Well, apparently too, doesn't he have like a bunch of buddies at the FAA or something?
Well, he's been in, like I said, that's just how many times he's been in contact. He ain't got no buddy like in friends. He just has been in contact with FAA on various many occasions because of his little antics. Because like I said, I remember when I first got into this, like I say, 7 years ago, Ken Herron was only one of the few regular channels out there every week. And like I say, Ken used to put out very good information originally about the phantoms and how they fly and everything else. But then he started, like I say, he has that addictive personality trait too. But he knows, and I say it's part of his professional background of him being a DJ and all that kind of stuff. That it's all about ratings and everything else. He think he needs to one up all the time.
Oh yeah, he turned his show into a definite. If you watch some of his first shows and then his recent ones, it's almost like he turned his show into like this radio type.
Yeah,
like
but that's his
like
profession. That's his profession. He's a radio disc jockey. Has been most of his life, and that's how he does. But I remember when he early days of drones, man, he used to put out some good information and everything. And then, like I say, he's been in contact with the FAA. Either he contacted them, calling them up, asking them questions, or they contacted him about some stuff he put out. I remember one of the early that he got hit up for, and it was basically a copyright deal. He put up a video of him flying over somebody harvesting wheat with the equipment, and he got a call from the FAA. Says, "Hey, bud, you ain't Part 107. Can't do it."
Jody said, "I miss Mikey. They robbed him." Yeah, but they did give him plenty of opportunities over the course of 3-4 years.
Yeah,
because that started, all that shit started before I even came in the drone community.
Yeah,
and that was a good
that's what
5 years
they talk
ago.
about, oh man, they mistreated him. I said, man, this goes back long before you guys showed up.
I think that all that shit started like 6 or 8 months before I even came in.
Yeah.
And that was a good
Tell
5
people
years ago.
a lot of stuff started around 2018 into 2017, 2018 and everything. But like I said, I remember Ken, one of the first ones he got nailed on was, like I said, he's showing somebody doing some harvesting a week, and he put it on YouTube, and he got a call from the FAA, says, you ain't Part 107.
He was live last night.
Ken Herring?
Yeah.
I thought he quit doing a show, or is he only doing it like
No,
once a
well,
month?
like I said, I remember he cut back to every other week, and then now he does it like maybe once a month. This will come on whenever he does, a Wednesday or a Thursday. I remember that's what used to get me. Like everybody was scared to go up against him on Thursday night. It was like Thursday night between the hours of 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. No one did a show. It was the Ken Herring, variety show.
Yeah, and then you had a lot of people that were like trying to play off of his show. Like what's his name was doing from Canada, doing his pre-show at Ken's, like one of his catchphrases in the title, wasn't it? Hour before the hour or whatever it was.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Gary.
Aerials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I say, Ken wielded a big stick in the drone community for a long time until his antics caught up with him, and people's like, you know what? Because I remember his show would have 800-900 people watching easily.
Yeah.
Then those numbers start dropping off to down about 300, 200, and then because people, like say, if you're not going to do what's good for the hobby, you're hurting the hobby.
Well, and some of those people might be fans of his radio shit too, that just subscribe.
Yeah, it could be. But I mean, like I say,
that and a lot of them people he met when he was doing that cross country thing in the car.
Yeah, but I tell you,
putting the goggles on people, he built up his fan base.
Yeah, one of the biggest breaking points on his show is when he made fun of Geeksvana.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode. Them two started. He got Sean off, and Sean left.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He's trying to make fun of Geeksvana about laws in UK because once again, Ken had done something, and they got in trouble with the FAA, and Geeksvana came on, and they were talking about the rules and regulations, and Ken Herring, always trying to be the ultimate funny guy. Said something about the Queen and something else and all this kind of stuff, and really offended a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what he said, but yeah, he was like bashing the UK like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
But he was trying to do it in a comical way, but Sean
right.
just
He
was
was trying
not
to be
feeling it.
funny, but it didn't come off funny.
All right.
And I can say, a lot of people took offense, and I think that was really the downturn of his shows from that point.
Well, and then he did that parking lot thing, remember, like a year ago at the Walmart that pissed a bunch of people off? Remember he was buzzing people with his FPV drone in that parking lot?
I heard about it. I never watched it myself, but I kept hearing about it, and I mean, at that point, I'd already stopped watching him. At the
And then he
point,
wasn't even the thing too, Dre, is he wasn't even flying in the parking lot. He was like quite a bit of ways away, and he had
Mhm,
somebody in the parking lot walking around spotting his drone for him in the parking lot.
mhm.
And the thing was, is like, when you're flying at car height level through a
Yeah.
parking lot and you're hauling ass, dude, a car could back out at any time. Somebody could walk out
Mhm.
between the cars, and that's what he was
Right.
doing. And I remember that's partially what pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah. Well, I remember he was actually, dive bombing people's heads and stuff like that, and trying to get their reaction. And the actual people in the video were kind of ticked off and didn't know what was going on, and they try to act like it was like, what was the old show with the guys used to pull the pranks all the time. Uh, well, you know what I'm talking about, Justin. It's your era type of TV. Uh, they used to always go out that little
Are you talking
short.
about Jackass?
Yeah, Jackass. He was trying to play like a jackass prank on people, and they wouldn't like, no, you way over the line.
Yeah, it was the way he was flying through there. Plus, that was the whole point of that video was he
Yeah,
was trying to get people's reaction to an FPV drone,
yeah, mm-hmm,
and he was flying at head level through the parking lot.
right.
And like I said, you know how busy a Walmart parking lot gets, like
Yeah,
super busy. Yeah, it's not a place you want to be fooling around in.
right.
I mean, just walking through one of those parking lots can be dangerous
Yeah,
because the cars backing in and out and going up and down the aisles and everything else.
yeah. So like I say, every once in a while, he still is able to manage to get decent guests on his show. Like I think Ryan LaTourette was on his show, and everybody knows Ryan brings good information about what's going on in the drone community, what's going on with the federal laws and everything else. And he'll still get a couple of guests like that people might want to tune in and hear what they got to say. But yeah, a lot of people got fed up with his little antics. Because I remember, back the days where he used to have what's his name, Kelly used to come on, and they used to do some kind of stupid name that tune crap and something else, and he had the one little chick on there for a while.
Oh, where you talking about where you would do segments almost in the show
Yeah,
every week?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then that chick was on there for a while, and then she went
Yeah.
on and did her own little thing talking about different movies she'd never seen. I said, you must have been raised by wolves or something. You ain't seen nothing.
I'm gonna be honest. I never really watched Ken even when I first came in the community. I watched a
Mhm.
couple of his shows when I first got in, and he just came off to me as like it was all an act and kind of fake.
Yeah, well, I
And
can say
I
that
just couldn't
comes from
watch
his
him.
profession. That all
Yeah,
came from his profession of being a DJ and being part of that shock radio genre, which he used to be part of. And those guys, that's all they know how to do is try to do the shock jock thing.
Yeah, Greg used to be on a lot as well, didn't he?
Yeah. And I remember the other guy, the guy he had the competing company. What was this called? It was called Pilot something.
Pilot Institute.
Now, one Pilot Institute, there was another guy. Another guy had a competing company against Pilot Institute that sponsored his show for quite a while. I think it's Pilot 101 or something.
Pilot 101, yeah.
Yeah, Pilot 101. And I was really shocked that guy hung in as long as he
actually like Pilot Institute, but they were putting all their shit free on YouTube.
Mhm.
Like they had the same type of videos where they had like a guy standing there explaining things, showing you maps, and
right.
Like he went through that, and his videos were very detailed, and they were all free on YouTube.
Yeah, there's one there's a couple. A guy, he's actually a regular camera guy, but he got into drones and they dropped off the map. I think they just recently got back on YouTube. But that's how I learned my a lot of my drone stuff, and especially the we call it sectional charts, because he had a whole like half an hour video on sectional charts. Him and his wife would do.
That was
videos.
actually the last private
Uh,
lesson I did with Jim before he disappeared, was sectional charts.
Yeah, that was the camera guy, wasn't it?
Oh, it was sexual
Yeah.
position you did.
Shut up.
Oh, what was he called?
Oh, yeah. Well, I there's a couple of folks that have come and gone, and just like I made the big joke about what's the guy up in Canada, Captain Drone. Never saw a drone he didn't like.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one that sent Dan the cease and desist order, I think. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it
I've
him?
wanted to get that. I've always wanted to get that thing that Steve's got on his wall with all the drones in the little case or whatever. That thing looks pretty
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah. Like I said, these guys were around for quite a while. What you hiding up there, Jonathan? I saw her.
But
Yeah, but he used to be on there. He used to come on like once or twice a week, Captain Drone. And then there was what's his name, the other Canadian guy that Paul got into it with.
oh, you're talking about Canadian Drone Hub?
Yeah, Canadian
About
Drone Hub.
Roger.
I told
Yeah,
her she
Roger.
walked in front of the phone that y'all was gonna see her. She didn't listen, so I don't know what to tell her now.
Yeah,
And she said, "Am I on there? Am I on there?"
that's on her. That's on her. And then there was another guy. Well, I remember there was a lady. She used to come on, and matter of fact, the guy that ended up moving in with Roger, he used to live with the other lady that did his show.
Oh, Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was Kim was the one that had the missing leg, yeah.
Yeah, he lived with some other lady for a while, and I guess they had a falling out, and that's when he moved in with Roger.
Yeah,
she
because
used to do a
Roger was
show-
one of the very first shows, I think, too, that was out, right?
Yeah, because
It
she
was a-
used to do a show once a week. I think her show came on Sundays right before. I think her show came on right before Lawrence and Herman's show on Sunday afternoons.
I don't think I don't think I know which lady you're talking about.
Yeah, she was on there for quite a while, and she was in the FPV.
That wasn't Zoe, was it?
No, not Zoe.
No. Zoe's
Zoe's-
American.
I never known Zoe do a weekly show. She's always been a guest on everybody else's show.
Yeah, she was on last night
Yeah, I mean, night for you guys.
on Drill
She was
Seekers.
on, the show
She was
there
on
for
Drone Seekers.
yeah, Drone Seekers. Yeah, I
And what-
got the last 5-10 minutes of it because I think her internet was messing up because they were trying
Yeah.
to say something to her. She couldn't hear nothing.
I remember some of the community got pissed off at Drone Seekers.
She's not far from you, Dre, is she?
She's not what?
She's not far from you.
No, I
Val?
don't know where she's from.
JD said, was it Val? That's who I was trying to think of.
Yeah,
JD. I
Val.
couldn't think of her name.
Yep, that was
Yeah.
Val. Do a show and just it was him and guys get him and what's his name confused. The guy
Chris.
up in no, I know Chris, but the other guy does shows 51 drones. I was
Oh,
getting too confused.
Russ.
Yeah, Russ.
Yeah, I remember when some people got pissed off at Drone Seekers like a year ago.
For what?
Because they were doing their show at 8 p.m.
No, that was
UK time.
That wasn't Drone Seekers.
No, that was other.
No, which channel
That-
was that?
The drone show.
Yeah, the drone show because
They came.
Bob in Vegas was doing his
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Bob
Same
was doing
time.
it at some weird ass time. It was like 2 in the afternoon or
Time,
4
yeah.
in the
They did
afternoon.
well,
or something.
it was noontime here on the West Coast.
Yeah.
He would come on. and then they kind of stepped right on him. and
But
stuff.
my argument with that whole thing was they were going on at a prime time for where they lived at, 8 p.m.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
And
I got that and everything, but it's like anything else. It was the day they did it on. It wasn't like Bob did his show every day. They could have picked another day.
well, and who's to say they were really? I mean, their audience might have not have been interested in his show anyway.
Well,
Well,
Like that could have been.
Bob's actually been on their show as well.
yeah. So my thing is like anything else.
He had no argument against them. It was all the other people that took the argument up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like the unwritten rule of respect of someone, because Bob had been established for about at least several months before and was just really getting a good following. And these guys come in and kind of step right on him and say, "What's up?" Now you guys are splitting what little bit of audience that you got. You're splitting them
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like
because
it's-
they could have came on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. A lot of other days that were available because some of the other shows had died off, and they just seemed to pick that Wednesday to be that.
But that might have been the only good time for them though. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
too.
I'm not arguing that their case as far as they were absolutely in the wrong, but I'm just saying that just like when I do mine, I always try to make sure I keep it within a certain time frame because I don't want to step on Paul's show, wedging big, and sometimes he don't even come on, and just I was like I still will respect that time slot. That's when the whole thing a couple of years back when they started the
Right.
whole
Let me stop you a minute.
drone show TV guide or whatever YouTube guide about who was on what day, what time. So
Right.
everybody
Stop you a
would
minute.
know.
We know why your time slot is the way it is, right? You can't convince us any other way. We know it's because you know when you're live, Laura's sleeping.
Well, David, we don't like to put our business out there like that.
And Dre, this is sort of up your street, this little sign. This apparently is now the most pointless sign in the UK. Because of COVID, bus windows have to be left open. Yeah. So most windows now have these little signs on them. And this has become the most pointless one because ready for it?
Oh God.
Oh man.
Oh, North Wales.
Yeah.
But they actually have buses like that actually.
Yes, we do. All the time.
Yeah.
What? No, bus or something?
No, with open top roof.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, some of them have still got the front bit, the upstairs front bit,
Yeah.
and open top at the back. Yeah. Well, this one had the window, and it had this window must stay open to allow fresh air through the bus, and then the camera swings round. It's an open top bus.
So like, I guess like if it ever starts raining and people are like sitting in that part of the bus, I guess they all have to like move inward or whatever.
No, we just put our umbrellas up.
Oh yeah, that too.
TJ, they're only used for tour buses.
They're used in the summer months when it rains the most.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Actually, the worst part about them buses is down the sides of them. They've got little vent holes to allow the water out. So when it does rain, the water doesn't go downstairs. It flows out of the bus. And sometimes the buses will pull up at the bus stop, and when they slam on and they jerk forward and back, it allows the water to shoot down. It goes down the hall and out onto all the people at the bus stop.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to jump off here and just kind of relax for a while before work starts again, I guess. And then I'm off tomorrow. So.
Okay. That just
Yeah.
leaves Jonathan and Rob as host and co-host.
Yes, as host, I could make other people co-hosts. Couldn't if I knew how to do it. Hang on.
You can make other people the host if you want. You just give it away.
Mm.
Give it Trey, then we can all leave.
Get to David, don't get to me.
You've got co-host.
Hey, Mark,
Yeah, that's normal.
Scan whenever you give me mine.
Mark, what did you think of the was it Scheffler that won yesterday?
He deserved it. He played really well.
Yeah.
There were some other ones that were really fighting back against him, but
Yeah, I was surprised that was it Gutter Up Kid came out of nowhere. He wasn't mentioned. Yeah, he wasn't mentioned at all in the early days of the weekend.
Well, he won the Scottish Open the week before.
Yeah, but I'm saying I was watching Thursday, a little bit Friday, and they didn't mention his name at all about being up near the leaders and stuff. And all of a sudden I turn it on Sunday and I'm like, whoa, where'd he come out of?
Yeah, he shot a few good rounds.
Yes, he must have really moved up on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, he did on Sunday. He shot, I think, 500 on Sunday.
Yeah.
And DeChambeau shot 700 on Sunday.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't see them mention. They kept mentioning the Chinese guy's name, Lee.
Yeah. Hao Tung Lee.
Yeah.
He dropped back. He still shot 100, but he dropped back compared with some of the others. I think he came fourth.
And it seemed Roy just can't catch a break.
No, he didn't get it.
I saw that one shot. He pretty much drove the green and it rolled off into the bunker.
Yeah.
Dude. What's up, Tim? How's it going, man?
I'm looking forward to this weekend. This weekend coming, it's the British Seniors Open at Sunningdale. So you get all the old names that we remember. Lee Westwood dropped off in the last round. I think he shot over.
Yeah. And I can't find those belts that I need to return to Walmart.
Oh, your vacuum belts that you were on about.
Yeah, the wrong ones that we got the other day. Sarah got the wrong ones, and I had the bag, and I put the receipt in the bag with them so we could take them back to Walmart, and she put them somewhere. I had no idea where she put them. She can't
probably hoovered them up.
You put them in the car?
No, she forgot to take them back to Walmart the other day when she went to get the other ones. I was just gonna stop and I mean it's only $6, but I was gonna stop and return them anyway. I mean I don't have any use for them at all, so no point in keeping them.
You're gonna find them when the return of the time frame has run out.
Well, that's 90 days. So.
Always the fucking case.
Well, Justin, you can lose weight in 90 days and the belt will fit.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, you might as well just buy a Hoover that fits the belt and be done with it.
There's a vacuum cleaner belt, Jay.
I do want to get a new vacuum though. That one we have is kind of old.
But a question: what freaking vacuum cleaner uses belts these days anyway?
A lot of vacuum cleaners use belts.
Oh, yeah, they'll use belts to power the brushes.
Yeah,
mine's all cogs.
Yeah, majority of them use belts still. So one thing
Hello,
you can actually
everybody.
fix
Welcome
yourself
back,
on them
Paul.
things. About the only parts they sell for vacuums to regular people
Oh.
anymore is just belts.
I've been poked and prodded and put back on the road.
You want your host back?
So what did they do?
Oh, they did an
what did it?
ultrasound. They did a test, a blood test. They did, all kinds of stuff. And they scheduled me for another appointment in 10 days.
Is that for your results?
You back already?
Yep.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
I don't know if it's good or not.
No, I gave you your host back, and it didn't even make me co-host. It just put me back as in meeting.
Yeah, it does. Only the host can make co-host.
Yeah.
You're a co-host again.
Thank
But
you.
then again, if you weren't causing trouble the whole string, you'll, Zoom wants to punish you.
Oh, is that right? You've been hassling with him?
I've had nothing to do with it. Oh, Paul.
Yeah.
Nothing came in an hour and a half late. I'm not snitching on him. He's just an hour and a half late.
Well, he said he was going to be here first thing in the morning, like at 8:30.
Can't get the staff, Paul. Can't get the staff. I'd dock him a week's wage.
You notice Justin ain't said a word since Paul showed up.
Yeah.
It wasn't even 60 seconds they told on you, Justin.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't even a whole minute.
Yep.
Where were you, Justin?
I had some last minute stuff come up last night, or kids were going to my
Okay,
sister's
I
this
understand. I
morning.
understand.
I
You
had to
know
go.
what, Paul? As
He's
much
done a-
as
he's done a
much as the
burrito
dad
for you.
figured that you've been to Justin, he put them other characters in his family ahead of you.
Yeah.
Damn, Paul didn't even ask, and y'all dropped dime on Justin just that quick.
Too
Like,
right with you.
wow.
No,
Justin had do the same to us.
Justin had the chance to get rid of the kids, so yeah, important.
Exactly. Stray knows what that's like. He's still trying to get rid of his kids.
What?
Matter of fact, 2 more grandkids showed up this morning before I left for work.
So what the hell? You guys multiplying?
Like I say, no, one went home on what day she it was Friday. One granddaughter went home. Now two grandsons show up this morning.
Dre got so many grandkids. You look at them like, who are you from again?
Don't worry, Dre. Bit of a power wash and you'll be able to get them burn marks off your driveway.
Yeah.
So you leave work about 6 morning. What the hell were you doing arriving that early?
Trying to
Well,
catch
I said
him in.
the parents got to be at work early, so they drop them off at our house.
The truth is, they were trying to catch him in.
Mm-hmm. But I said that's the joy of being a grandparent. They can kick it with me and grandma for a couple of days, and we send them back.
Yeah, at least you can send them back. Yeah.
That's the whole point, Mark. We can send them back.
Yeah, but the other day it looked like you forgot to send them back because they were all there waiting for the handout.
Oh man.
I've never seen a look of disgust on someone's face as much as yours emptying that wallet.
Well, here's the card from the doctor that saw me. His name is Srivasakar Damaraman.
Oh, I know him.
Yes, Dr. Patel. Good man. Good man.
Right there.
Yeah, I just call him Dr. Damn. Like my doctor, can't nobody pronounce her name. We just call her Dr. K.
Okay, hold on. I gotta write this down. That
I
way
mean,
I don't
even the nurses that sent me as Dr. K said, da 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 da.
gotta write this down. Never do anything around David and Mark because they will tell on me. Okay.
Now, come on, Jonathan. We haven't told on you. We haven't told you about the ladies you've had walking past the camera. Oops.
Then that's your fault. I don't even want to hear that. You did that. I told you. You walk past the phone, they gonna see you. No, it's not on mute.
Jonathan's in trouble.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Hey,
if it
Jonathan,
helps,
you might as well have her come over and say hello.
No.
no,
Stay away.
Jonathan. If it helps, she's
Yeah.
better looking than you.
We know that. We already know that.
Oh,
So, Paul, that name was easy for you to say. Damn.
Did you just get hit with a fan?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Joe.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
because
what's
he's a fan of the show.
How's that look, Paul?
Oh, what is it?
That's an English muffin or crumpet with gravy, with
No, it's
3
not.
sausage and 3 eggs.
Wow.
David said, no, it's not.
That's not a muffin. That's not a muffin or a crumpet.
That's better than the Jimmy Dean's.
I don't know. I'm about ready to go stick one of those in the microwave. I haven't eaten since yesterday.
So, what was your verdict this morning? What'd they tell you? It
Come
was
back
mental?
and see us after we get all the test information in.
Oh, I thought they were going to say it's a mental case. That's all.
No, they poked and prodded him and found 14 passwords.
I can't believe y'all are still here. Y'all got no life. I came in, I looked and said, shit, they're still on at 10:46, 2.5 hours. Damn, they got nothing to do, especially Justin, you know.
Actually,
No. That's
Oh,
because
Justin
the
came
first
in
hour and
late.
a half, was perfect. Then Justin came in,
Oh,
hey,
Lord,
Jonathan, go ahead
and
and
then
add
normal
Dre to that
service was
list.
resumed.
Yeah, he
Go
made
ahead.
me
just
host, Joe.
Jonathan.
Joe, he made me host, and I didn't look at the time.
Wow.
Add me to what list?
Oh, what's Jonathan showing us butt or
The
what?
list that don't tell people anything. You go-
I don't know what we're seeing, but I don't want to see it.
The cat just the cat that just walked across the damn phone.
Yeah, the cat just showed us all its very
Showed
yellow
us
butt.
all of its private parts.
Did the urologist say you're in good health?
Oh,
What you doing, man? What you doing, Pop? Go on somewhere.
Took all the staples out today.
Oh, you've been to the doctor yourself, huh?
JD, they haven't done a prognosis yet. They just it was pee in a cup, do this, do an ultrasound, fill out all the forms.
So, Paul, did you have a medical event or are you just a regular checkup?
Well, no, I have blood in my urine.
Okay, so you had a medical event.
Yeah. Well, and it's been going on for a couple of years because they've been treating me for a urinary tract infection.
For this long?
Diet Coke.
Well, they said the Pepsi helps.
No, it don't.
And they said to keep eating the Boston creams because that's good for you.
I ain't never heard a doctor say Pepsi helps, Paul. Boy, you lying.
Oh, the amount of Pepsi he drinks, it must help a little bit because it makes him
It don't help any.
Makes him go to the toilet more.
Tell them, Paul, the acid reflux is what good for you.
Keeps me flushed out, you know? Literally flushed out.
Glad I'm eating now.
Paul,
yeah.
Did he say you got to keep sucking your nuts around?
Yeah, I got to keep adjusting it. Yeah, because they
Did he say you got to keep chucking your nuts around for the squirrels?
No, they can't have these. I got separate nuts for them.
Paul's in the gutter.
Oh man.
Rolling in the gutter.
Yeah,
haven't
but it's,
been-
Running and
you've got a
mucking
couple of
my.
hours to make up for, haven't you, Paul?
that's it,
Yeah,
2.5 hours without even mentioning anything like that.
Dude, why not come on?
because
To be
you
honest,
missed it. You missed us, Joe.
To be
No, I
honest, it
didn't.
only went downhill when Joe came on, if you noticed.
No, I was at a wound care place with a nurse practitioner working on my leg.
I rest my case.
So I'm good. Defense rest.
What was his name?
Her name.
Oh no, Joe, because you and Paul talking about yesterday. We ain't gonna be here in the morning, but here y'all are.
All I know is she moisturized my leg today.
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
Because they've allowed these people like AOC and now Mamdani
All I got to do is lay there and she'll moisturize my leg for me, so that's good.
talking about them. But these establishment Democrats know that whenever it comes down to it,
Somebody's watching the news.
Probably Paul. Hey, you heard about that guy that got shot in the park yesterday? Hudson? A customs agent, not a customs agent, border patrol agent off duty. Two
Mhm.
illegal migrants walked up on him to rob him, and he turned around and said something to him. They shot him in the face, in the shoulder. He returned fire, hit one of them. He went to the hospital.
Mhm.
The police came. He went to the hospital. Right, a little while later, both of them showed up at the hospital getting treated for their injuries.
Oh wow.
So they're in custody now. Good.
How stupid is that?
Well, when you get
Yeah.
shot, you got to go somewhere. You know. Yeah.
Well, like I say, you don't gunshot wounds. So you think the hospitals might be on alert?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and they're gonna report it even if they weren't on alert. The minute a
That's my whole
gunshot,
thing. They got
yeah.
they're mandated to report it. So I'm like, how stupid is that? You gonna go to a regular hospital thinking they ain't gonna report gunshot wound?
Well, they didn't have a choice, I guess, at that point because they wanted to live. They must have not have had anybody that could do it on the side.
They should have
Yeah.
they should have called John Wick and break out one of them gold coins.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But they said the guy that shot the agent came into the country in 2023, been arrested
Mhm.
14 times or something like that, and
Yeah.
he keeps getting released.
Yeah.
He ain't getting released on this one.
No. Nope. I heard a little bit about this more, but I didn't hear the whole story. I was like, man.
Yeah. May not have been 14. That might be like 4 or 5 times, but it's been 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, but like I said, I heard a little bit about it. But like out here, we had the 3 deputy sheriffs blowing themselves up with some what they thought was an inert disposal device.
Yeah.
Found out it wasn't. Killed them 3.
Now my question is that saying that was just accidental?
Yeah, it's accidental because they had took it from wherever they found it out in the public, and they had brought it back to the training facility. And while they were handling it, it went off.
Wow.
Yeah, see, that should have went in one of those bomb disposable units or whatever, the trailers
Well,
that they put it in.
I don't. That's what I was thinking, Justin. But I don't. It's weird that it was not transport like that. I don't know. They had it in a van. They were putting it on a cart when it went off.
Yeah, that's.
So I'm not sure. All the details of the process of what was going on, but I'm sure they did some initial testing in the field that gave them the belief that it was inert.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, is like in that case, so you should treat it as it isn't, or
Yeah,
as it is
but
anyway.
I mean, those
Like
guys,
when it-
they weren't no rookies. They said there was 3 of them, and they said all 3 together combined had over 74 years of experience.
I know that was just a mistake, man.
were they the bomb part of the bomb squad?
Yeah, they were part of the bomb squad. These guys were the experts. So I'm like, it was something. Like Joe said, some step was missed somewhere.
Either something was missed or this was a planned deal, and it was set up so perfectly, you know.
Yeah.
So I wish they get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's going to be a long investigation to find out who, what, where, and why on that one.
It could have just been, and it like I thought, like Dre said, you know, they missed a step somewhere. It could have
Yeah.
just been them being too comfortable
Could have
because
been.
they've been doing it so long,
Mm-hmm.
and they skipped a step or a procedure that they're supposed to follow. But
Yeah, that's the only way I see this. That something got missed or whatever, forgotten, and they felt, like I said, they felt comfortable handling it in the manner they were, and that sucker went off. And I remember when they first showed it, they showed the first two bodies pretty close to the vehicle, but the third one was like on the other side of another vehicle, about at least 50 feet away.
Wow.
So I like I said, it's just weird where the body place. I don't know if he may have staggered over and collapsed in that spot or whatever, because the first two were like maybe 5 feet apart from each other. But the third one was like 50 feet away.
Unless he got thrown over there.
Yeah, could have been thrown, or like I said, to me, it sounded like he might have staggered over and then collapsed.
They had Port Royal, South Carolina. Right there, Beaufort, South Carolina. A little bitty small place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Smaller than Mandeville. Marine Corps base. They had a robbery at the bank. Okay? You got Port Royal City Police, you got Port Royal Police, and you got the state police. All three of them responded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Port Royal Police Department. Oh, Beaufort Police, too. Got 4 agencies. It was a Beaufort police officer, comes out of his car. Guy comes out the bank. There's state police. There's all 4 agencies were there. As the guy came out with his gun wheeling, you know, showing his gun. The Port Royal police officer shoots the guy. I think it was the state trooper shot him too at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him with a shotgun. The Beaufort cop is reaching for his gun, can't get it out of his holster, right? It was rusted to his holster.
Mm.
Tell me that's getting too comfortable when you're not cleaning your gun.
Oh yeah. And I put like this, you just know he had not taken that gun out of that holster in probably a couple of years. I said, you always want, I say, test your equipment. I always felt it was a good day when I didn't have to break my gun out for work, but don't mean when I first got dressed, I didn't take it out, put it back in, make sure, you know, everything functions. Like I say, you don't want to be in a shootout and find out something don't work.
You got a point. Justin used to do that every day. Come out here, get out in the open, check everything.
Mm-hmm. You gotta check your stuff, man. Make sure. Like I say, it was very rare for me to work a shift. I'm talking about every day. My weapon got drawn because that's just the environment I worked in.
Yep.
Especially when I worked in Long Beach. Dude, it's like a good day is when I didn't have to draw that weapon. But
maybe
people just don't believe you serious till you got to put that barrel on their ass.
I think it was serious then, huh?
Yeah, then they know, oh, you ain't playing. I said, no, I was never playing. You just thought we was playing.
It's like, we're serious now, bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's like
maybe it's a good thing that he couldn't get it out of holster. If it was that bad, if he'd have got it out and fired it, it might have blown up in his hand.
But if he was the only one there, he was dead.
Yeah, as I said, if he'd have been by himself, he'd have been dead man.
Yeah.
He would have been dead man. He'd been part of the crime scene.
He was actually a sergeant in the Beaufort Police Department, and I think he retired right after that.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to think about. His gun was rusted in his holster.
Yeah.
Like, what? That had to have been more than a couple years.
So I'm thinking, I said, did you ever take your gun home with you or whatever? When the last time you been to the range?
The first policy that was brought up was the fact that every time he goes in a police station, he's supposed to check the gun for discharge, take the round out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a number of reasons.
So he wasn't doing that either.
Yeah, I'm just like, for me, every time I go to work, you know, the gun was with me all the time, so it had to go from whatever I carried in my bag into the station, all this kind of stuff. You know, it came in out of holster as far as getting dressed for work. So there's never going to be instances that, your weapon is rusted into your holster. That just shows that he left the weapon at work in the holster.
Yeah, he was probably more of a desk guy that ended up in a street situation.
Yeah, very well could have been.
Yeah, he probably had a desk most of the time, and then happened to be out when that happened, and or was called out because they needed everybody. That would have been embarrassing, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, Paul got a breakfast bowl. Good for him. Or is that ice cream?
Probably
Breakfast bowl.
Okay. Good for you.
Picture day. I'm ready for picture day. Yes. I'm gonna make money. Thank you, Lord.
What day is picture day?
Right now, today, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I thought it was today.
Stop.
You gonna be able to hold up?
Hey, I'm a Marine, man.
I ain't asked that. You know what I say? Are you injured or are you hurt?
Hey, I got my leg wrapped this morning. They wrapped it a little bit different. I got a surgical boot on it. I'm good to go.
Okay.
Only thing I'm worried about, one thing, I'll be honest. I got to shoot one picture outside in a stadium at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. The heat should be dropping by 5, but heat index at 3 is supposed to be 115.
Oh man, Joe.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have them. I'm not walking. They're bringing me in a golf cart over to the stadium.
I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about you still gonna be out there in that kind of weather, man. That's humidity heat. You're gonna need an easy up, dude. They got an easy up for you to sit under or something.
Oh, I'm gonna do is set them up, shoot the picture, be out there 10 minutes.
Okay.
Are you still wearing the therapy socks?
No.
The compression socks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he should be all right if it's only like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, everything else is inside today and tomorrow.
Okay.
You were going to be out there a couple hours. I'd definitely say be careful.
If I was going out there a couple hours, we'd have rescheduled.
Yeah, because I'm just saying.
Or they would have put a fan on me or something.
Yeah, because I said 115 degrees, dude. I don't care if you fully healthy, because I mean you've been hospitalized. That means you're a little bit weaker than what you normally would be.
Oh, I agree there. I do agree there. I can tell the difference.
That's what I'm saying. That being out, that kind of weather, man, that'll zap you quicker than anything else.
Well, most likely they're going to be probably paying. They're probably going to be paying a lot of attention to Joe out there, making sure you don't have another issue.
Oh yeah, the mothers are all over him.
Oh, they won't be there today. They'll be all the boys. No moms today. I might have the coach's wife and maybe the booster club. Today and tomorrow, there ain't nobody. So I got gas this morning, right? $2.46 a gallon. That's nice.
Is that good or bad?
Last time I bought it was $3-something.
$3.29 it used to be.
Oh,
Let me look at the last. I'm thinking I haven't bought gas in a month because I haven't had to.
I think gas is still about $4.59 a gallon, $4.69 a gallon out here.
Last time I bought it might have been $2.79. I'm thinking it was a two. It was $2.56 last time. So that's how long it's been. I forgot what I paid for it. Last time I bought it was the 15th of June.
I'll have to look and see what our gas prices are.
Yeah,
we don't buy gas very often.
£6 a gallon here.
How much?
About £6 a gallon.
You guys selling gallons over there, Dave? I thought you guys sold liters.
That's about, yeah. Well, your gallon's 3.8 liters. Ours is 4.5.
That's still a lot, though.
Oh yeah, it works out at about $7. Maybe a bit more than $7, $7.50, something like that. Well, that probably equates to about $6 for one of your gallons.
which is still, that's expensive, especially for my
Yeah.
area. The highest we've gotten in the past couple of years was around 360. We
And
used to average under $2.
diesel's more expensive than petrol.
It was around 220, what we used to average in my area. I don't buy gas very often, so I'll have to look at the gas station when I go buy it again later. 'Cause Sarah's bought gas the last couple of times, and we don't have to fill that car up very often. So
I can't remember last time I bought gas. It probably about early 2000s since I bought gas around $2 or something.
oh yeah, in California for sure.
Man.
Last time I was under, where's it at? Let me find it. Go back. Last time I was under $2 a gallon was 2020, 12/11. $1.66 a gallon in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been. Then it went up to 229 and ain't never gone back.
Yep.
What was it, 2019 or 2020? I remember gas got really cheap here, dude. We were pushing like, I think it got as low as like 190 at one point. It got really low, and it only stayed like that for about a week or two, and then it skyrocketed. But during the height of COVID, not a lot of people were driving either, so wasn't as many cars on the road.
Well, I remember in the late 70s, it was about 40 pence a gallon.
Which, in where I lived at here in Florida, I didn't notice any difference during COVID. Like, it seemed like business as usual here. Everybody was still out going to the parks and everything. We locked down for a whole 2 weeks, and then they weren't having that bullshit no more. I remember they gave Sarah papers too, to saying that she was an essential worker and she had the right to be out.
Mm-hmm.
The cops around here said that we're not stopping and asking people for papers. They got to go to work. They got to go to work.
I worked through the whole thing. Construction didn't stop here out in the West Coast for nothing.
I loved how they put alcohol stores as essential on there. I was like, what?
You know what was funny over here? How
How's that essential?
all the clothes stores over here suddenly became food stores. You was going into like Primark and Next, and they have freezers in there with ice cream in it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just don't see how they considered alcohol essential.
If you're an alcoholic, it's definitely essential.
Well, that's not my fucking problem. You have a problem.
It's not a problem unless somebody makes it a problem. So if it's essential, it's not a problem, is it?
Well, see, like Corey might remember this, but up in Canada, right? They were closing off parts of Walmarts, like burying them off, saying like clothes and stuff weren't essential.
Yes, they did that over here.
But you could buy like dumb shit that wasn't essential, like toys or something, right? Like it was weird. Like they were considering things that we would consider essential needs, like clothes and stuff like that. They were considering it wasn't. But then you go to the alcohol store and buy alcohol.
Yeah, but you can't tend not to be able to get alcohol over the internet.
Yeah, but that was keeping people out of the bars, wasn't it?
I mean, I guess, but at the end of the day, an addiction it shouldn't be the problem of the rest of society.
Well, it's not just that. It's classed as an essential because you don't buy alcohol online in the scale that you would clothes. You could still buy shit from Amazon and have it delivered.
You can, yeah, you can get alcohol delivered here.
You can here, but not on the same scale. because of the ID situation and all that crap.
They've got what's it? They've got alcohol shops on Uber and on Just Eat.
Yeah, now they have, but back in COVID days they didn't.
Oh, Matt was making a killing. I remember that when Matt quit his job working for the when they tried to force him to get the shot, and Matt quit his job over it as a stance against it. Matt started
That's a bright
doing
idea.
that. Yeah, he started doing the alcohol delivery, dude. He was making bank doing that during COVID.
I've been seeing him quit his job over a shot.
Oh, Matt had his convictions and he stuck to them, so I have to give him
That's
credit
funny.
for that. Whether you agree with it or not, he stood up for himself. Because a lot of people said, "Oh, I won't take it. I'll quit my job," and a lot of people didn't. They just took it. You know. I see that they let all the military members that got kicked out during COVID. Apparently, they have a full. They can reinstate if they want now.
Yeah,
With all
back pay and
back pay,
everything.
they get back pay and everything.
Yeah.
I know that's a good deal.
It's a good way to get some good people that may have left because of that.
It's my medication time.
That's out of control, Paul. That's more ice cream than you had in the breakfast bowl.
What?
That's more what you had, more than what you had in the breakfast bowl. That's ridiculous.
You might as well just buy that. You might as well just eat right out the half-gallon jug.
I was gonna say, you might as well eat right out of the container.
We're gonna be going when we hear how bad you are. He never took care of himself. He lied about his doctors.
So I was saying, we're going to get a statue of Paul done down by the water's edge down there where he lives.
Eating ice
After he
cream.
goes, it's going to be him holding the Boston cream and a drone in the other hand.
No, it should be Boston creams and a tub of ice cream with a drone above his head.
And a can of Pepsi.
And a scroll with his lost passwords.
Yeah, scroll of lost passwords.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
Oh, you've missed TJ.
I was gonna watch it from the beginning.
Yeah, he dropped
have
out
to
when I
now.
was on the phone. I completely missed him leaving.
Yeah, he starts work at 4, so he was going for a nap.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's got to go. He's only got a 5-hour shift today.
So you gotta take a nap first, right? Lord help.
Yeah, dude, 5 hour. Like when you get a short shift like that, 4 or 5 hours, that shit goes by quick.
Not always.
Always did for me. So I was used to working 8 and 10-hour shifts.
Used to love the 10-hour shifts.
Oh, dude, I was like when I worked for the gas company, it pissed me off because we were the only area that did 5 8-hour shifts. Everywhere else, they got 4 10s and got 3 days off every week. I was so pissed. Dude. I'm like, why are we the only area that does that? But every other area in Florida with the company, they're allowed to do 4 10s.
Yeah, well, we did. I did 10 o'clock at night till 8 o'clock in the morning, and I did that 5 days a week.
Because I'd much rather do 4 10-hour shifts than 5 8-hour.
And brought home $2.5 grand a month.
But I always got shit tons of overtime with them anyway. Dude. I was always averaging at least 10 hours a week.
Justin, have they called you to come back yet?
No, my company actually, the company I was working for, they actually don't do the leak survey or the locating anymore. They went into pipe corrosion more than anything.
Ooh, thunder.
So
Yes, we've got some here right now.
Yeah.
they transitioned into
Well,
doing
I
the
say right here,
pipelines
right
up.
now. It's going across the top of us, so we might not get it.
Not only that, but that was Rolling Thunder.
What is that company? UCIS. Dre's probably seen them out in California because they're a nationwide company. They're a big company. It's USIC or something like that. That do all the locating for lines.
Dig alert.
Huh?
Dig alert.
No. That's where you call to schedule. But there's a company called USIC. They're a big ass company, and they do a lot of the nationwide. They do line locating for water lines and different.
Yeah, like I said, it could be a variety of companies that do actually do the in-field work, but you have a number to call Dig Alert, and then they would send somebody out to mark the underground utilities.
Ours was 811. You'd call.
Yeah, same thing. 811 is the number.
Yeah.
And you tell them where you're going to be doing excavating at, and they'll send somebody out.
It doesn't cost you anything neither. Like there's people we had people call in just because they were putting a new mailbox in. And all these people would have to come out and locate the lines for 20 feet on either side of the mailbox. Just so they could put
it was supposed to be a free service because it protects infrastructure. Everybody pays into it. I don't know what's gonna happen now since Doge got the hands on stuff. So who knows what the future.
It was free too because of safety issues as well. Yeah, like you said, protecting the infrastructure. Yeah. It's not supposed to be something that they charge. Like the home like somebody owns a home wants to put in a new fence here, they can call it and it doesn't cost them anything. And if the utility doesn't have nothing there, they just won't mark it. If they do have something there, they'll mark it. And usually you'll get electric, water, gas, and cable might come out and mark their shit. Because the ones you don't want to hit are those fucking fiber optic lines. Those are expensive if you hit one of those.
They sure are.
You're talking about well over $100,000 to fix one of those.
I've seen people get fired over nicking a fiber optic line.
Oh, dude, we had a locator. Him and the water guy, like, couldn't figure out where their lines were at. They were both out there locating, and they both just came to an agreement. Oh yeah, the lines are here. Instead of calling a supervisor for the water and gas company saying, hey, come out here because we're just not sure, we're not getting a good reading. They just decided that's where the lines were at. They marked it, and the backhoe operator went right through the fiber optic and the gas line.
Yep.
And it was like almost a $200,000 fix between the two. And the excavator guy didn't get in trouble because they were off by like 10 feet.
Oh, wow.
And you can only be off by a foot on either side, or was it 2 feet on either side of the line you could be up to. So wherever you marked, they had to be cautious within 2 feet on either side of that mark. And you could be off by that little bit amount. I think it was either a foot or two. Might have been a foot.
Well, I haven't even shot the first picture. I got 4 action photos for the year already. I'm doing good. I got 2 freshmen, 2 regulars. Keep going. What's up, Gitchy? Hey, Gitchy, Lance.
Well, at least,
Corey.
What's up, Gitchy?
I feel better now, Joe.
Yeah, you're gonna go take some Ducalax in a minute, and then it'll make you feel better.
Yeah, Corey.
You couldn't eat last night or something? You had the MPO?
Yeah, I couldn't drink or eat anything after 10 o'clock last night.
Oh, I know you did. You probably drank something this morning.
Nope.
Diet Pepsi.
Nope.
But at least, are you at least being honest with them, Paul, and telling them what your diet is?
Sure.
So you know?
Yeah.
You're not telling them you're drinking nothing but water all day, are you?
No. I tell them I live off Diet Pepsis and Boston cream donuts and ice cream.
Because
they say as long as you're happy.
This is my whole point with doctors when I say people. I get annoyed when people try to say doctors are all quacks these days because half the time they don't tell the doctors the truth about their diets and stuff. And then they don't follow the doctor's orders. And then when they don't get fixed, they blame it on the doctor. Yep. I'll be honest with them. You got to tell them exactly what your diet, whether you would do whatever.
Well, we got his doctor's name. We could call and ask.
They kept asking me if I was an alcoholic when I was in the hospital because alcoholism caused one of the issues I was having. I was like, dude, I rarely drink, maybe once a year, if that.
Yeah, but everyone's you met has turned to an alcoholic.
Well, he was like, like 2 or 3 different doctors asked me that, and I was like, no, I don't drink hardly at all, maybe once a year, maybe twice at the most. And they were like, well, that's definitely not that. Then that's not enough to even cause what you're having. So.
My doctor went up before I had my knee done. My cardiologist too. He said, "So what are you doing with the pain? What are you doing for the pain in your knee and everything?" I told the cardiologist, I said, "Well, when I come home after the game, it hurts so bad I drink a beer." And he goes, "Well, I don't want you drinking too much like that." I said, "Well, it's either drink a beer or take Norco. And what would you rather me take?" I said, "The beer, at least." I said, "Tylenol with a beer works. It'll just take the edge off, and my knee stops hurting." I said, "Oh, you want to give me Norco, and I'll just take the Norco." He said, "No, the beer might be better for you, right? Like that." And I said, "Yeah, I only drink 1, maybe 2 at the most." And we sat there for a minute. I said, "They're both 32 ounce, but."
I mean, they're both addictive
should have seen his look.
They're both addictive things, but Narco's definitely worse, I would say.
You missed out there. What you doing for the pain in your leg? He says, well, I stab it every now and again.
Yeah.
But no, I've seen so many people when I lived in North Carolina. That's one of the reasons me and Sarah moved out of there. We didn't want to stay there because
I went to the doctors and he said to me, he went, "Are you a druggie?" I went, "No." He went, "You sure you don't take drugs?" I went, "No." He went, "Well, I consider you should."
What, you met Laura?
He met Laura.
He met Laura and he said, I'm gonna give you these drugs to take, you know.
I knew 4 different people that died from fucking the pill epidemic. Yeah, that shit was bad.
But there was a time that before I had my knees done, I'd come home at night and I'd drink a 32 ounce. I'd drink that 32 ounce and it'd take the edge off. And if it didn't take the edge off, I'd drink a second one.
Fine.
But that would work, you know, and then I'd go to bed and I'd be fine the next day. But if it came down to it, it was either that or taking drugs, and they wouldn't give me the drugs. So it was like, I figured that was the lesser of 2 evils.
Yeah, they're even more strict about that shit now. They don't give out pain pills too often anymore.
Well, the doctors I had gave them out easy. Like I said, he gave me 36 to take home with me.
What you talking about from your last step in the hospital?
Just now, you had a Norco 10.
Oh,
I got 36
but you're also you had a semi-painful surgery done too, right?
Oh yeah,
that makes sense. But before, like 10 years ago, dude, you could go walk into any doctor's office, say your toe hurt, and they fucking write you a prescription for, you know, Percocets or something like that. They just say here, and then they would go to another doctor 10 minutes later and do the same fucking thing. And next thing you know, they had prescriptions from 20 different doctors.
Yep.
They were writing that shit like candy back in the day. Now they're really strict on it. Now, like, the pharmacist can actually change your prescriptions now here in Florida. Like, if you're not somebody that's chronically, say a doctor gives you like 2 weeks worth of pain meds or something, but you're not listed as a chronic pain person that has chronic pain, they'll actually tell you, oh, we're going to take a week's worth from you. You only get a week worth. And that's
the only option is if I go to my oncologist, right? And the oncologist asked me if I'm in pain, because they asked me if I'm in pain. And I'm not, so I'm gonna be honest with them, right? But when I was dealing with the knees during that time too, I went in one day and she said, "You look like you're limping." I said, "Yeah." I said, "It hurts." I said, I'm waiting for them to decide to do the operation or not. They said, what are you taking for pain? I said, they were giving me Norco. They stopped giving me Norco. She goes, what was the dose? I said, 10. She goes, I got you. 90 of them. But she could do that because she was an oncologist. She gave me 90. She says, do me a favor. If you got a place to lock them up, lock them up. Don't keep them around anybody.
Yeah, well, when I was living in North Carolina, dude, people were selling them for like $10, $15 a pill. And you're talking about, say they sell 60 of them at $10. That's a lot of fucking money. And they only pay like maybe $10 for the prescription. Or they might have got it free if they were on,
I got it free.
Insurance.
90 of them for free. When I went in and picked them up, the pharmacist I know looked at me and he said, that's the first time I've seen this many being issued out, and it's because it's an oncologist like that. Because they knew I was dealing with the melanoma too, But I had to sign all kind of shit for that one.
Oh yeah, because a 60-day prescription or even a 90
back then it was a 90-day prescription.
Month. Yeah, if you got 90 for a whole month, because they would expect you to take 3 a day, 1 in the morning.
It might have been. I got 90 pills. It might have broke down to a 60-day maybe.
Well, no. It breaks down normally when they give you the 90. It's because they're breaking it down to you take up to 3 a day.
Yeah.
For a month. But that's what I'm saying is people would get those. They'd go to multiple doctors, and if they sold 60 of the pills at $10, you're talking about $600.
Oh yeah.
And you do that 2-3 times a week.
Yep.
People were breaking them money back then. But now, like the doctor's office I go to, dude, they won't write you any narcotics at all unless you are on your fucking deathbed. I mean, you have to have a serious reason for them to write you anything. They will put you through pain management and physical therapy and everything else.
Ooh.
They almost refuse to write any kind of narcotics. A lot of doctors in Florida are like that because they got really strict here about it. One of the doctors I was going 2 years ago, he ended up getting fired from the urgent care he was working at. When I was working at Walmart, I was going in there because my back was bothering me. This dude was just writing me prescriptions for Tramadol. And I went to another doctor and he took me off of it because I didn't want to be on them. And then when I went back to that urgent care to get my stuff, one of the nurses told me he got fired, the doctor did. Because he was just writing pain meds out to everybody.
Give me that ball. I pet Loki, and he took off, got the ball, brought it back to him. He said, "Oh, you want to play, huh?"
I don't like taking pain medication anyway because the shit makes me sick. They always have to give me anti-nausea medicine with it.
Nurse told me this. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's gone extremely warm and muggy here. And dark. And extremely dark.
Yeah, we're in a heat advisory again today. 92 feels like 102 right now with 60% humidity.
So far, 4 claps of thunder.
Yeah, well, all our street lights have come on.
Do it the temperature and bar.
So Russell, what you're saying, I'm telling Paul to eat better. So what you're saying, Russell, is that he's acting like a little bad kid and defying everybody, huh?
That's the one.
Damn, it's actually not bad out in Barstow.
See, right, Paul, they're all complaining, right? That you're getting older, you're forgetting your passwords, and when you start acting like a little kid, they complain even more. Can't win, can you? No.
It's actually not bad out in your area right now.
I just wish you'd tell the doctor
high
the truth.
80s.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be mid 80s today.
Yeah, that's not bad at all for your guys' area.
It was overcast this morning.
What's temperature? What's your temperature going to get to be, Justin?
Well, it's 92 right now. Feels like 103.
Wow.
That was like that yesterday. It's just
Well,
nasty.
Dre, lot of your situation is you got the onshore breezes coming off the ocean, right?
Yeah, that's when we get the overcast in the morning,
Oh, Corey, I'd love
burns
to be
off
up
by
there.
noon.
Corey, I'm on my way up to your house, bro. So it's 70 and nice up there right now.
65 here.
68 degrees here.
Oh,
Yeah, I love Florida winters. They're so mild. You get down to like the 50s. That's not that cold to me.
and when she took the staples out today, it was barely any drainage from the wound, so the wound's healing good. She took about 5 of them started bleeding.
Hmm. Well, that's kind of a good sign. It means the blood's still getting to them.
Blood flow,
Yeah.
yeah.
But she gave me, it's not my football. Great.
So are all the staples out of your leg now, or
I have no staples in my leg anymore.
okay?
And then they put me in a surgical boot, which is just like a shoe, a surgical shoe that you put on there and it just Velcros and it's got a flat bottom.
Yeah, it's just
She
to
says,
protect
I'm
your
putting
leg.
this on there, but doesn't mean I'm telling you to walk on it. She goes, so you're not going to walk on it, right? I went,
And
Not much.
he complains about me. Uh-huh.
No, I told her not much. I
Uh-huh.
said, I'm going to walk on it as much as I can. I said, I got to walk on it today.
All that boots there are though mainly for support and to protect your fucking leg from getting hit by something.
No, it's not even a boot. It's just the ankle on the ankle. It's just to protect my foot, basically.
What do you have?
I've been
over
walking
the-
around one of those little freaking paper socks they put on for surgical. You know?
Justin wants to know how'd they wrap the rest of the leg.
They got it's a 4-layer wrap, and they do it. It's a regular lap. This big thing. We
You
can't
gonna
see.
hike your leg up? You gonna fall in the back of your damn chair?
No, that's chair on the back of the not Paul's chair. Let's get different position there. Make sure that-
They wrapped a 4-layer wrap, so they used 4 tortillas.
Now, do they put some kind of a topping on your leg after they wrap it, or?
Yeah,
Well,
guacamole.
they put the before they wrap it, they put this cream on it called wash, and then they put some stuff on top of it so it don't stick. And then she does a moisturizer like a block on the whole leg, and then she wraps it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't get chafing from all the wrap.
Now, where it was wrapped the other day, right where it was hurting me, in the crease, or the top of where the crease is on the top, I was getting a little red line where the stuff was digging into it, and I knew it was. So she's got now a piece of foam over there to cover that. It's all wrapped underneath. But there's no more staples. There's barely any drainage. The top section is bandaged still. And that one they're saying they're probably going to stop bandaging it next week. But it's been 2 weeks since I've been home 2 weeks. No, I've been home a week.
Seems much longer to us.
I know.
Make sure they're taking you in that fucking golf cart. They're going slow because you'd be getting whipped around on a golf cart sometimes.
Somebody knocked my ass out that golf cart. We'd be fighting.
Well, just don't let John Elway drive you.
Well, don't let the guy that was in the bed next to me in the emergency room drive either. Yeah, the guy there, right? He was over there. He was in pain, right? And he kept saying, "I got to pee. I need to get up." They said, "You can't get up. You got a broken hip." They said, "We'll take care of that." So they put an external catheter on him, right?
Right.
And they're putting everything on me. So, well, can I sit up a lot? They said, "You can't do anything right now. You got to lay right there." They were taking X-rays. They had to take X-rays there. They couldn't even move. And he comes to find out he had a broken collarbone, broken shoulder, 4 broken ribs, or 5 broken ribs, broken pelvis, and in the hip area up top was another fracture. All because they were racing golf courts and he fell out.
There you go.
Oh yeah, the golf carts can be. Yeah, you can throw your back out fucking around on a golf cart too because they don't have any suspension.
Yeah, they said they were racing. They bumped each other, and he wound up and going over a little, it was on a golf course, went over a little lift, they said. He said they jumped and he said he bounced right out of it.
Mm.
It sounded like it rolled over him too.
Mm-hmm.
But he was over there in all kind of pain. And I was thinking, well, shoot, I'm in good shape. Yeah. And then he told the nurse, he said, Dad, on a golf course? She said, yeah, it's the first time I ever drove one.
Yeah, I remember throwing my back out when I was a teenager. We were fucking around on a golf cart. We went over this little fan berm. The back end just slammed straight down on the ground, about 5 feet. Oh, that was rough.
Well, guys, what do you think?
Well, I think it's nearly midnight. Well, it's not really, but it fucking feels like it.
I think I'm going to call it.
Yeah, I figured you would.
Everybody have a good day, and we'll see you again later this evening. Joe, you going to be there?
Nope. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.